Mhm. Mhm. Ooh, well, once you be, see you later. Bye bye. Got some questions? Don't even worry about it. You work on podcasts, I ask you questions all the time. Just keep your composure. Hopefully, it ain't Inglewood police. If it's Inglewood police, it's bad for you, especially when you're going to Inglewood Superior already. It's extra bad for you. Remember, you just went to court on the 26th last month. World knows. I'm still fighting that case. Get the blicky. So, what I would advise is you do the right thing and stay out of trouble. Because they're going to be looking for you, dog. But let's get to it.
Murder of rapper Draco the Ruler has been unsolved until today. Because in this video, I'm revealing the name of the person who killed Draco the Ruler, I'm revealing the face of the person who killed Draco the Ruler, and I'm breaking down in grave details how they were able to kill Draco the Ruler at a packed out festival.
Hey, hey.
Concert featuring rap legends like Snoop Dogg and Ice Cube. A person was stabbed and
I'll
police
show you
have
the
shut
birds real
down
quick.
the
Hold on.
show.
I'm going to show y'all the birds real quick before we start. Before we start, let me show y'all the birds real quick. They looking in their ugly stage right now. They in their ugly stage right now. They got some fur, some little feathers. Like you see how it be looking weird right there? Like it's fur. Like this is their ugly stage. A lot of people don't see. This is their ugly stage. This is when they get a little bit older. Yeah, Munchie B for sure ratting. Munchie B a chicken. They'll call Munchie B a straight chicken. Yeah, he get paid to be from IFG. That's a fact. He get paid to be from IFG, you know. He do his thing. Hey, I ain't mad at him. He get paid to be on No Jumper. What's the difference? If you already know this place has sent people to the feds, why the hell would you still go? Like, bruh. Then on top of that, bro, you just said so much wild stuff on the internet. This just was crucifying to whatever you said. Like, you have to be the dumbest Negro in the world. That's why I said anybody. If you think I'm playing and you think I don't know Draco Mama, just send that $250 to my Cash App and I will call my sisters, two of them, or I will call my mama, one of them. And that is three people. But I would rather get my sisters to talk to her than have my mama all in the business. And she gonna be talking about going to church. And when I come to LA, I'm gonna go to church with her. And I don't want to do all that. So that's why I want to go around them and go around her and talk to my sisters. That's better than anything, you know? But it is what it is. We finna get to it. But Munchie B, certified. Certified telling. You can't even take nothing from him. If you say he ain't telling, sheesh. You out of control, bro. You out of control, broski. Well, and then, you know, Munchie B and Flakko was friends at one point, right? You wonder why they were friends? Because Flacco was able to ask him questions about the hood that he had nothing to know, even be, he was just a journalist the whole time. Munchie B was trying to be the gangster, but Flacco always stayed as the journalist. So, with that being said, Flacco was taking note of everything Munchie B was saying. But Munchie B thought this was like a friendship. Like Munchie B thought Flacco and him had a real bond friendship. He didn't never think one day Flacco might just turn on him. You know what I mean? And I can't even say turn on him because Munchie B then said so much stuff about Flacco through the months, through the years. He throw little shots at him all the time. So, you know what I mean? With him being a citizen, you can't tell him not to tell. That's like telling your granny not to tell. If my mama sees something, I'm telling you. She's telling, brother. Yes, my mama is a citizen. My mama is telling. Don't tell her nothing. Everybody in my family, my dad and all the kids, we know not to tell our mama nothing. Nothing. We all know in the car. My mom don't know nothing. A lot of times she didn't know nothing. And that's how you got to keep it. But when you offer all this grid program information, and mind you, for a year and a half, Flacco was begging Adam 22 to put him on his platform. Adam 22 kept saying, no, 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 I don't mess with Munchie. I don't want to do the gangbanger stuff. I don't want those type of problems. Flacco kept pushing for Munchie to be on Adam 22 platform. So after a year and a half of Flacco begging Adam 22 to be on the platform with Munchie, he finally got him. And you know what he said? He had to pay. He had to pay for the filming. He had to pay for the editors. He had to pay out of pocket just for Munchie to even get up there. Munchie know he owe that man. He know that man. And Munchie was just talking like a bird. Munchie thought, oh yeah, now I could be the, and that's when he took on the mayor. Boy, for him to be like, I'm the only Inglewood nigga on here besides Bosco. And Bosco, you already know Bosco's a mark. Man, Munchie B, and you and your homies know Bosco is a mark. But on the internet, y'all friends. I could dig it. On the dead homies, I could dig it. But on the dead homies, nigga, Bosco's a mark. Bosco, bro, I don't even want to go into his story. This is all I'm gonna say. Bosco will never fight nobody for real, because he got hit in his face and got a tattoo to cover it. You will give him reconstructive surgery. He's already had it. He got hit in the head by the Mexicans. Bosco got hit in the head. Y'all forgot that on Ash in Manchester at 76 gas station. Munchie got hit in the head twice. And then you got old Dusty Draw Slim. All these niggas got hit in the head. They survival victims. And they're survival victims. You heard what I said. They are all survival victims, all on No Jumper, and talking about other people, and talking about what they're going to do to people, and how they more against it than another person. And come on, man. He gets paid to be from IF. Duh. The man gets saucy. You know what he drinking? Tequila. Yes, that's his favorite drink. Tequila. Every time he got a cup or a bottle, he's drinking tequila. You heard what I said, tequila. You might think it's a water bottle, it's tequila. I'm telling you on the dead homies. And that's an Eaglewood fact. Oh, Eaglewood. He is a low-key drunk. But hey, if I got hit in the head, I might need something to ease my mind. Literally. You talk about easing your mind? Munchie is the definition of easing your mind when he drink. Let's not forget, Flacco made Munchie. Munchie took it to the head, just like one of them pow pows, 2 times. He called himself the mayor, and he walked and stepped in it. Why? Because he was on No Jumper platform. Wasn't no Bloods regular on there as much as him. He brought Frosty in. But one thing Drakeo did, he took on a whole hood. No man can do that. You can't take on it. It wasn't about no him just dissing Inglewood. He took on the whole IFs. And then he was disrespecting Red Bull. Red Bull had friends. He's a gang member. Now, for him to say this Franklin Williams, that's diabolical. And then Frankenstein, man, did you see the picture of this dude? I know how he got his name. That's why I know it's a fact. And that's why he said at the end, if you think I'm joking, or if you think anything I said on here was not a fact, I'm telling you it's 100% true. He told you the detective name and everything working the case. He told you dude is out on bond right now for hitting another person in the neck. Do you know, gang members, when you in that life, you are creatures of habit? Do you know what that means? That's your style. Some people like to get up close on people. Boom, boom. Some people like to ride out a car and keep it going. Some people like to chase people down. Some people like the back door. Some people like the front door. But they're going to do it again and again and again. Sometimes they use a girl. Sometimes they act like a girl. You see how it's the jungle? Ain't nobody safe in these streets. So why stay in them when everybody telling? Munchie is the prime example of all the real niggas that went to jail for a nigga telling that you thought was a real nigga. You know who else told on a lot of people from IF before Munchie? He was from Crenshaw, Manchester Terrace. Oh, yeah, yeah, I grew up with him. His name is Julius. Yep, old Julius. It was him, Bogart, Tiny Buntree. I remember T-Tone when his name was T-Tone before he went to Tiny Buntree. Yeah, the little tall young nigga. Yeah. I was over there doing my 1-2 with the zips, the QPs and things. Yeah, I used to meet him at Rally's Burger with a blicky every time. What? I especially if I'm not in my hood. One nigga tried to put up on me. What's his name? Floss. Another nigga with the green eyes. Yep. He had the IFG on his stomach. Yep. And then T-Tone was like, blood, not today, blood, not with the Queen, not this Queen Street Woo. That's when we was beefing. And I was still over there. And you know what? God bless me. Because I seen how niggas was acting. We just started beefing. We was catching fades. This nigga was way older than me. Blood was trying to act like he was gonna blick me. They knew I had blicky too, but they know it was gonna be right there at Rally's Burger, right there in the parking lot where both sides come out. It would have been right in the front. It did. This is the same place where I was a kid doing my 1-2 and chased a nigga from 40s that was trying to go to rallies. He got off the bus on Manchester. He was going to probation or something. You know how niggas take that Manchester bus and they got to go all the way to Manchester and Normandy, and then they got to go to Normandy and Imperial to go to that probation. Yeah, yeah, blood was going there. So I used to go there. We know where your stop is. You're gonna get on Crenshaw to go all the way down to Leimert Park. Got him, coach. Dead homies. I could tell you real stories about Eaglewood. No snitching though, because I don't say no names. Caught a nigga from 40s over there trying to get his food. Nigga on my mama, nigga, that nigga left his food. That nigga, I ain't never seen a nigga hurdle over that motherfucker and cleared it. Blood was gone. We was looking for blood. Riding around, woo, on bikes, looking for blood. Blood was out of there. He might have ran all the way to Leimert Park. And I know he didn't take the Circle Parkway, cause you go to Circle Parkway, you wide open. And they get spin and spin and spin and spin and spin at Circle Park. You niggas know about that. That's what happened. But Munchie B, just like I told you that story, that's what him and Poetic Flakko was doing. Late night, pillow talking. Oh yeah, Flakko ain't got no girlfriend. Flakko hang out with boys. Boys. Yeah, that's where he get his recognition and his homage from. That's where he was getting his backup from, the gang members. Y'all remember that? Brick Baby. Then who took over the shoes of Brick Baby? Munchie Can't See, Creamy or Crunchy. Y'all seen it all unfold. And Flocka would just come on, ride that train and ride it. Woo, woo. Come on, ride that train. It's the choo choo train. Man, I got 50 people in here and I got 8 likes. Y'all disrespectful. Y'all eating it up like gumbo. I ain't saying nothing. I applaud Flacco. He did a great job. Yep, I sure said hit the like button, man. There's 50 people up in here. Whoopty. I got 53 people in the chat and I got 12 likes. Come on, man. Y'all acting like y'all ain't never met me before. That's what y'all acting like. Y'all acting like I really don't got a real platform or something. Y'all act like I'm a new guy on here. Y'all act like I don't know all the biggest platforms from the streets before the internet. Y'all gonna give me no props for that. You gonna hate on me? Who's this dude? Oh, you got the Wicks. Where you from? That's the first thing I want to ask. Well, hit the like and I ask some questions. Answer some questions. I do read the chat, but a lot of y'all be just be talking bogus. Well, anyway, Flacco did his due diligence. He went to college to be a journalist. And what did he do? Journal and jot everything Munchie said down on the phone. Munchie probably told him who, when, what, where, and then what is you bringing the dead homie up, Rosemo? That's what got me flaming. Munchie, you talking about the homie Rosemo, Jomo? You talking about Jomo? Little fat ass Jomo that got tall and started knocking niggas out? That's what you talking about, Jomo? Jomo that used to choke out Goon in between Queen and Regent on Inglewood Ave. You talking about that, Jomo? They used to be ditching school in the 8th grade, and we used to go body with him until he go back to school. You talking about that, Jomo? Can't believe y'all spoke on Jomo. That's what you did, Munchie? You foul. You gave him so much ammo on you, and all you got is his brother's stuff. You got to face it. If you talking about his brother, it still ain't him. You talking about a family member, it still ain't him. So that's the best you got? Man, he can cock and load. Why he bring up Jomo, though? Why he bring up Rosemo 700? I don't understand that clout move. You told him everything to get on No Jumper Gang, on Queen Street Bloods, on the dead homies. The way I feel, Munchie B, just go to that Derby Park, go ahead and call all the niggas you got the numbers and you around. Well, go ahead and make that call and tell all your homies, go ahead and put you off. And I bet you the grid program, the police, they gonna hear your phone call. That you good. Pull up with old girl that be reading in your chat that you think we don't know. Your SSI mama. Yeah, you know that be reading the chat for him while he doing his lies. Money over morals, because that's what it is. Why would you even go to Clubhouse and run your mouth like that? I thought you said don't mess with whack. So if you don't mess with whack, why you on this thing? Man, hit the like button, y'all. Hit the subscribe button. If you don't like whack, why is you on one of his plenty platforms? And it's called Clubhouse. And now, what you gonna do? Go to Rockstar 2800, go back to Clubhouse and say you didn't mean it like that? You already said what you said. So now they got Franklin Williams and his whole government and head and the whole deformed Frankenstein head on there. I know why they call him Frankenstein. I seen his head. One thing I know for sure, when your homies give you a name, you look like who you was. You act like who you was. My name was Neptune because they said blood is always on some other shit. Like we could tell them like, hey man, we gonna go to this party, woo woo. I'd be like, yeah, y'all going where? In the whoop de whoops? Nah, I stay in the hood. I'm a sir. Blood, you should go. Woo woo, you already dressed. Nah, I'm straight. Y'all could go. I'm gonna catch all the phase here. And I used to call them mokers. We didn't even use the S. We're like any moker, like all the mokers, that's me. And I'm already doing. I'm giving them extra. Like when they beat my face, just like downtown LA, I gotta wear a ski mask on the dead homies. Yep, and I ain't even clouding up and I ain't even popping it. If I walk down to town LA, the first nigga that know me from East Coast, his name is November from 11A East Coast. He can recognize me in a ski mask. Yes, sir. Tatted up his whole side, tatted up his arms and stuff when we was in the pen. He know I ain't shaky. November is down there right now, doing whatever he doing. But when I walk down the streets in a ski mask, the first thing he gonna say, Neptune, like, damn, nigga, I know it's me. That walk, my walk, yeah, nigga, you walk like a rapper. Like every time you could, like I seen you walking across the street the other day. Ooh, I was like, yeah, that's Neptune. You just walk like a rapper. He was like, ever since you got shot, nigga, you walk like a rapper. I'm like, yeah. He was like, yeah, your shit into your hair just be like bop, bop, bop. Bob, he said that shit be on beat, like, you'll hear me like, "Bob, Bob." He was like, yo, my mom is like a music video. He was like, I was like, for sure, for sure. Yeah, that's downtown LA. Can't even show my face down there. Cause I've been doing it. Been like a mini bike. So this right here, this telling stuff is just in your face. It got done to me 3 times in court. Dead homies. I will tell you no lie. Draco the ruler told me at his own mouth when we was going to Compton Court and he had on the oranges and we was on the bus. He told me, I said, "Hey, Darrell." He was like, "What?" I was like, "This Terrell." He was like, "Who?" I was like, "Neptune." And you know, Draco on my mama, he do this. Like he act like he need glasses. On the dead homies, if you know Draco, he squint like, huh? Stand up. I was like, "What's up, Whoop?" He was like, "Oh, nigga, my nigga," banging all on the gate, boom, 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 on the dead homies. He know, and he my little brother age. Why would I lie on him? He like Munchie age. That's why I said, how can I beef with Munchie? No matter what you say, big homie. No matter how you want to feel, I'm your big homie. You know what? I'm so much of your big homie. I'm your brother's age. You know, me and your brother's the same age. Dumbass. He can't do nothing with me. He can't do nothing with me. I got too many years ahead of him. I'm damn near 2 generations. If I'm up 6 to 7 years on Munchie, that's at least 2 generations. A generation is like every 3 years with the gang banging. You know why? Because it's like you take it like middle school and high school. Middle school and high school is like sixth, seventh, eighth, graduate. Sixth, seventh, eighth. Ain't no fifth graders there. That's elementary. You dig? Sixth, seventh, eighth. That is your age bracket. Now you see the gang bangonomics. Now you see why if I'm 6 to 7 years older than Munchie Crunchy Creamy, what could he ever say about me? You don't know the niggas I know. And the ones you do know, you know what they gonna say? Nah, I ain't saying that. You want me to say what on Neptune? Ah, I grew up with blood. Blood, I went to school with blood. That's what they gonna tell you. I ain't no mystery. I'm not Bosco. Where you from? Where you come from? Hit the like button. Hit the subscribe button. I'm not none of them. Bosco's the weirdo. And you know, Bosco told too when he was 12 years old. Y'all know that, right? His mama said it on street TV. We watched it several times. Bosco told at 12 years old. Now you see how him and Munchie get along and can squash a hood beef together because they on the internet, and then everybody else like zombies, like because all the real homies get locked up for the get back. If y'all was there watching us getting the get back, what was you doing, Bosco? Holding your phone, recording your face because you got boobop by some bloods, and then you went viral because you got boobop by 2 rapper bloods. That's pitiful. And then the story you told about Rosemo, how he put the beats on, you know, he was just so much bigger than me. And Rosemo is only like 3 to 4 inches taller than you, maybe about 30 pounds. Stop acting, Bosco. And then Bosco, let's tell the world you're older than him. Newsflash, Bosco, if I'm 41, Bosco is 45 years old. He got whooped by Jomo, who is 2 years younger than me. Rosemo today would be 39 years old, just like my sister that was going to Crozier with blood when he used to be fat, dark skinned with the S curl. Do anybody want to doubt my gangster? I know Jomo. For sure, Jomo. Rosemo. He used to go to school. He used to go to school with Boulay. Boulay is his age from Queen Street. He used to go to school with he used to I'm gonna say it just like them. He used to go to Bull with Casper from IPG that turned Crenshaw Mafia. Rest in peace, Casper though. He's my sister A, my sister, Angie B, uh Angie B from IF, Apple from IF, um shoot, my sister, who else she used to Makita, but she don't bang, but her baby daddy from NHP, and he best friends with Amarion. That's like everybody know Aubrey. If you don't know Aubrey, you ain't from Inglewood. And you sure ain't from NHP. You if you from NHP, if you don't know if you don't know Aubrey, you ain't from NHP. Facts. That nigga been living there his whole life. And you could always just pop up, get out of jail, and Blood's still there. Blood used to live on Eucalyptus. Blood stayed on Eucalyptus. That's all I'm gonna say. Ride down Eucalyptus, where that Texaco is at the end. That's the end of the street of Eucalyptus. Ride up and down. But if you don't know Aubrey, you don't know Aubrey. But Aubrey don't be there no more. He moved. Facts. Aubrey been there. Aubrey was born and raised there. Aubrey, I could say, left there at about like 38. He had 38 to 37 years on that same street. That's why I said, if you don't know Aubrey, you ain't from Inglewood. That nigga was there when Devil from NHP that got murked, but that nigga dressed like a crip. Devil, oh my God. This nigga, he used to be outside and he stayed on the block serving. But I swear to God, when you see him, even if he was the homies just be like, Blood look like a whoop-de-whoop. Dark skin, braids, serving all day. And at nighttime, Blood was over there in the 6 O's. Faithfully. That's why he used to wear blue like that. On my mama. Yes, sir. Another homie that used to wear blue Pendletons, blue 501s, blue chucks with the blue laces, with a red burgundy P belt and a blue shirt with and I said the blue Pendleton. Yeah, Big Slim, G Slim from NHP. That nigga don't wear burgundy. That nigga wear blue every day. You think you're about squabble homies because he with blue chucks and blue laces. OG homie. Yeah, squabbling niggas because he had too much blue. Taco, I know Big Taco. Taco, he got a brother named Boner, which I don't know if he changed his name from NH, but I know he doing life. I know he was with Taco when they are well, they ain't no legend when they RIP them Inglewood Thressays. And over there in Big G parking lot, right there on Manchester and Inglewood Ave, across the street where Munchie B got hit in the head at Carl Jr. Yeah, across the street right there, Big G liquor store. That parking lot where the Mexican food place is, and yeah, yeah, that is the borderline of us in the Inglewood Thread. That's where, like, it's one street out the hood, but boy, we gets to it from that street all the way on. And you know what? I was 3 streets in they shit, dead homies, and went and walked home every damn day. How about that? Neptune Lagoon got a story. I lived 3 houses in my worst enemy Mexicans every day on a bike, walking. I didn't do no real skateboards unless I was an itty bitty kitty. I do kick flips and 360s and snub noses. You know what I mean? Kick shove it's and all that type of. But y'all, that's a whole nother world. But I was a middle class black kid. Bosco wasn't there. Munchie show wasn't there. I know Spoon, my next door neighbor, he told me, if anytime you need me when I had the church, just call me and I got you. On Eucalyptus and Lime, it's an old white person that had that house on the corner. Then went to some Mexicans. The house behind that was Spoon. Spoon best friend, I used to call Fork. Just because his name was Spoon, I call this boy Fork. Because they always playing the Chronic album. They always twisting up. He ain't never asked me if I got tree. I don't ask him if he got tree because he know I be on. Well, the dude he kicked it with, what I call Knife, all his relatives was from IPG, and they all lived on Kelso. So they lived one street up from me. Now you see how, okay, now that takes away 2 streets where I know if I pass this first street, the next street I get to, it's a gang of black folks, but they from Crenshaw Mafia. But even though they from Crenshaw Mafia, they ain't gonna let no Mexican slide. They ain't gonna let no Mexican slide or not. No, this buzz Inglewood, period, nigga. So, nigga, even if I thought it was tricky, or even if they drove down the street, they'd be like, T Dog, be like, what's up? Get in the car, nigga. You got that white T-shirt on, nigga, with red dickies. Woo, woo. Yeah, we know you got your thing on you, but come on, homie, get in the car and just take me 2 blocks up to my house. And that's how it was regular. I don't know what they do today because everybody don't even talk no more. Everybody moved out because of the prices. Don't nobody talk no more. Like you don't see people posted out in the hood no more. The days is over with, dog. You don't even, man. At this point, it's so much telling. What you doing it for? I got told on. And it's worse now when you do it on the internet and the world can replay it, replay it, replay it, replay it, replay it, replay it in different versions, different opinions. Man, they're gonna scrutinize you, man. It's bad for Munchie. Munchie ain't got a chance. We gonna let Flakko break it down. I already said my spiel. Munchie, you need to go ahead and get your DP. Go ahead and get put off and go your way. Cause what you done, I will put on a level a little bit worse than King Pill dropping his flag. So he gonna drop his flag and then put the rag back on his neck when he go live. So King Pill, he just, you know what I mean? But I'm just gonna play this because Flakko got the rest. Flakko got the red rag on. Flakko really went out his way. He Halloween dressed up costume to Munchie and Frosty. Check this out.
Reported dead after being stabbed at a concert in Exposition Park last night. TMZ is reporting the victim was rapper Drakeo, the ruler. It happened around 8:30 last night during the Once Upon a Time in LA Music Festival being held at the Bank of California Stadium.
A couple of days ago, I made a post where I announced I'm about to expose and reveal who killed a really famous LA rapper. A lot of famous LA rappers have died. I never said the name of who I was about to expose. When that post went up, almost immediately, hit dogs began hollering. One of the hit dogs who's been hollering the loudest, trying to get me not to drop this video,
He says that.
Munchie B. Drake Roller famously dissed in his Inglewood diss when he said, I just dropped 50 on a blind ninja, he ain't see it coming. He was talking about Munchie B. Munchie that targeting me and my parents for something one of my relatives did would sway me.
He got dressed like Halloween, man. Hit that.
But whatever, Frederick Jolly. I'm gonna tell you your name, your last name, Hollywood family. Any female need to run from the last name. It ain't straight. On any resume, it ain't straight. I'm not done right here, bro. I'm on your bumper because you're a horny fraud, bro.
On Bloods. Why this nigga so mad? Come on, Blood. I don't understand. Blood, why this nigga so mad? Swoo-woo.
Swoo-woo.
Because
He said swoo-woo.
all right, if you have nothing to do
He said
with
swoo-woo.
Roller's death, if you or your homies and Inglewood
not-
do with Drake Roller's death, then why are you going so hard trying to get me not to drop this video? Once that didn't work, another Blood from Inglewood called Frosty the Snowman, who in my opinion was put up to this by Munchie B, called Adam 22 and began to threaten Adam 22 that if I drop this video exposing Draco the Ruler's killer, that they're gonna treat it as if no jumper
Yep,
dropped. This
straight
is
media.
LA tactic.
Kind of content it's gonna get treated like
Munchie
the jump.
just get put
Drop
off,
that
man.
content.
Can I get
With
3 people to hit the
right.
like button so I can be at
I
even
think
30?
Flakko's within it, right?
People hit
To
that
expose
like
what he wants to deal say about an ongoing investigation, because I mean it's not any different than what happens in the real media world, where the New York Times, if they find out that there's an investigation going on into a published an article.
We've been dealing with LA bullies our entire life. The reason why they contacted Adam when them coming at my family and me didn't do anything is because they think Flakko is associated with no jump. If Adam, can get scared, then maybe Adam will scare Flakko into not doing it.
Wow.
Or if Adam tells Flakko, hey man, if you drop it, your job is at risk, bro. Just again, LA bully tactics that didn't work, right? Because Adam isn't terrified, isn't scared. Nobody is scared of gangbangers anymore, blood. That's a fact. Gangbangers don't scare nobody. So of course, none of it works. But I'm confused as to why Munchie B is going this hard because I'm in gang members' business. When Munchie B has kept me in gang members' business for as long as I known him. So Munchie B, a civilian from the knows who shot and killed Rosebud in Inglewood.
You know he telling some more. He trying to say and point the finger at gang. Allegedly. I ain't even finna lie to y'all, man. This is goofy work. And then look, Munchie B, you don't got nobody to report into. You gotta watch your words on the internet. Flakko don't. Flakko don't gotta watch his words. He is the epiphany, the epitome of citizen. He is a citizen from another country that got here and became a citizen, and you think he's not gonna keep his citizenship because just like a Mexican, he can get sent back. But I know one thing, he sure got that citizen gun license. He sure in Texas where he can stand his ground law. Munchie, if you even came to his doorstep with a blicky, violation. You ain't even supposed to pistola. So what you gonna do? You and your homies. What you gonna do? Then on top of that, you let this man make a mockery out the gang, and it's like now he directly dissing the Bloods. This man dressed up like a Halloween costume, fake gangster. He looked like he ride motorcycles with the red wrap on his head and that around his neck. Man, this boy look like he ride motorcycles for the Cobras, whoever them is, I don't know what the hell they is. He look like a motorcycle rider making a mockery out gangs, and he ain't even from the country. Munchie, he can go as far as he want to. You can't do nothing. You on the gang politics, and ain't you the mayor? Munchie, I think you should do what Poetic Flacco would do if they caught him and he messed up his citizenship. They'll send his black tail right back where he came from. Munchie, go ahead and rag. Go ahead and do the king pill. We ain't even mad at you, dog. We ain't even mad. We was already mad that you got kicked by Adam 22 and you try to downplay it like, nah, it was more like a push with the foot. It was a push with the foot. Well, we sure did see your boxer showing all the way with your skin showing you was second hard because it was that drunk. Then you go on Clubhouse getting drunk again and starting fires. You're not the only one starting fires. Face is another representative, peace treaty, Muslim, Christian, Seventh-day Adventist, Baptist, Hebrew, Muslim, Christian Service Church. He over here, peace treaty crip, and he over here talking about Jalik. Now he on Spider Low. Y'all just. I bet I'm live. But yeah, and Hefty Trash Bag setting fires too. Yeah, and Hefty Trash Bag setting fires too. He started with poetic. He started with who was it? DC Baby Draco. Then it went she didn't give him no ooh nah nah. Then it went to because I said what I said about him because I said what I said about him being a dumbass and his daughter in the background. So he had some little stuff to say about me. Then he jumped in the Compton Rick Rock beef with me and him. That been established, but he jumped in that to try to help Compton Rick Rock, and I made a decision not to strike his page. I made that decision because all that was stolen media. I would have started at the top. Toxic. You 2 Games for YouTube. I would have booked him first. It would have went down. Everybody that used it. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? But that's what I be saying. How y'all strike pages when everybody doing content? Just like you tell the whole, don't upload it if you don't want nobody to do a reaction. So if you gonna do what you do and then you don't like my reaction, you go strike a page. That's like telling the police, Compton Rick Rock, Ricky Manning, you're a snitch. Then on top of that, you got you so trying to get on AK-47 and right on his nuts. This nigga disrespect you because the chat in there say he mentioned you. He disrespected you. He called you. He said your name sound like a wrestler. He made the whole Compton Rick Rock, and then he did all the bullshit, disrespected you. Then he said F the Crips. He said F the Bloods, and just because you was riding nuts, now you got a King AK-47 over here dissing the whole West Coast. F California and all that. See how y'all try to, oh man, Poetic Flakko, man, he over there. Let me go ahead and join him too, because I'm Compton Rick Rock. Man, you can't do that. And I like the way that King AK-47 put that belt to ass. Nigga, I'm from Cleveland. I don't want to live with no Cali niggas. That's the only reason why I respect what he said. You see how you have to go off on a nigga for him to understand I'm not linking with y'all. Y'all from Cali. I'ma stay with my boys, the people that I know. They know that it's a such thing as Cali niggas. Hey, my name is Compton Rick Rock. Hey, I heard you talk bad about me. Hey, I really like your content. He was up in his chat talking about I really like your content. This man disrespected you, and then when he read you in the chat, he was disrespecting you some more. And you's a goofy, and you up there sounding stupid like, yeah, man, even though you talk about me, brother, I still watch your content, man. When can we make a play? I'm over here trying to flip these Chevys, get these low riders, and maybe I can get some low riders out there. We can do our thing and twist it up all the way to Cleveland. And then what he gonna do? Go out there, act like he a nigga, a low rider, and then he on the internet acting like a nigga while everybody watching, and the real people that know he a real bitch, we gonna be shaking our real heads like, look at this play. That's what I said. So why, and that's why I respect King AK-47. Everything he said, all the way to disrespectful stuff to California, I agree. You only own my nuts because of how many subscribers I got, and nigga, you're trying to get put on. Nigga, F you sound like a wrestler, suck it slow, and nigga, come find me. That's what he told him. And I love every word of it, because why? He sound like me when I was young at that age. He reminds me of me when I was a tad bit younger. Yes, indeed. King AK, salute. For dissing just like Charleston White, salute. He dissed all the Bloods, all the Crips. So he said, when you see me, nigga, you know what to do. I ain't mad. Because Compton Rick Rock, you shouldn't have been trying to jump on the bandwagon. Now you try to jump on the bandwagon. And do you think they believe? Do you see how bad he talked about Blueface and all the Cali niggas in the boxing match with Aiden Ross? You didn't see that? Oh, cloud chasing is real, bitch. He talked bad about the West Coast. Blueface and whoever, red face, green face, and Ninja Turtle that went up in there and got whooped on. Kev Mack. Oh, friendly face. Friendly face. Man, you got punched out. And Blueface, you got put, man, that dude, his punches was too much for your body. Forget your face. He had too much weight for your body. And then he even said the real Blueface, you ain't even get paid. Yeah, Whack 100. Why y'all ain't talking about how Blueface ain't got paid? Blueface is the only boxer that did not get paid because he didn't wear the brand logo or whatever. And Whack 100 talking about you didn't give it to us. If it's in the contract, why you didn't ask? Because it's part of the stipulations. You had to wear the brand. You didn't wear it at all. Got him, coach. He don't got to pay you. That's a breach of contract. Now you're gonna put zesty allegations on him and stuff like that. Okay, you know we in the lane and in the age of paperwork. Whack, where the paperwork? Why you didn't show us the text messages is him trying to make an advance on you? You're lying. You're bullshitting. And then on top of that, let's make it even more worse. As he keeps speaking on what went on with Drakeo the Ruler, he's mentioned Donut Main Street. This right here, where I'm from. He mentioned Donut as Whack security. You gotta pay attention to every word, because if you look, I'm so intertwined to where I know the streets. I'm from there. I know some things, but I ain't finna say nothing. But what he's doing is he's exposing everything Munchie told him. Munchie told him about my homies. He told him about the NHPs. He told him about, man, I'ma just keep going.
Just so the streets don't think I'm bluffing, I'm gonna give the streets a hint to say something right now that only the streets would know that I know. I got that's the hint. Now I would never reveal this information, but if Munchie B have kept me in the streets business for a long time, why is he all of a sudden mad that I'm doing street content? Is it because he's intimately involved with Drakeo the Ruler's death? See, I asked Munchie B this on the No Jumper show. He has nothing to do with that, but why Munchie B so that he's going to this would have walked away to this one trouble.
Let me in some
Flakko, hey, this guy, look.
he looking for a certain answer. I ain't gonna give it to him.
I feel like he's the only podcaster from Inglewood Family, so he feels like it's kind of on him.
I don't know what you talk. What are we talking about, bro?
Okay, let's be real. When it comes to Bloods, Munchie is obviously kind of it has always been at the forefront of the Drakeo. So I feel like it's not really surprising that Munchie ends up speaking on behalf of the other side of that, right?
I think like the
He crazy. I know what he trying to do.
What was I trying to do, Munchie? Well, if Munchie B don't want to give the world an answer as to why he's so upset I'm doing this video,
Yeah, he called for putting out there.
World the answer. The reason why Munchie B is so upset is because the person who killed Drakeo the Ruler, the person who took the knife and actually stabbed Drakeo the Ruler.
Here we go.
Well, that person is really close to Munchie B. But of course, I'm not saying anything.
Munchie the rat.
Munchie B.
Hey, put the rats in it. If you think Munchie B is a rat, put the rats in the chat. If you think he an angel, put the angel in the chat. If you think he a rat, put the rats in the chat. If you think he an angel, put an angel.
Things to be on the table and ain't there no more, right? You know Drakeo shit was on the table and ain't there no more, right? You do know I did. I said Drakeo and his brother worked there on Friday. Drakeo was dead, bro. Hey, bro, the nigga that killed Drakeo, I passed the bottle back and forth to him all the time. What are you talking about?
He put a skunk. Put a skunk.
Drakeo was dead, bro. Why are you talking about that nigga?
Hey, bro, you got the shit, right?
Drakeo put 50 on a blind nigga and he's dead. Why are you talking about?
Drakeo the Ruler ain't never did as long live the ruler forever. But I'm glad you said that. Because
that was a hell of a statement.
Which one of Munchie B's friends who killed Drakeo the Ruler that he passes the bottle to every day? And I'm also glad, Munchie, that you contacted the Crips to apologize for serving too much because your homie is responsible for other people's deaths. I'm glad you called and apologized and confirmed that your homie is the killer of Draco the Ruler. I'm glad you did that, Munchie. I'm glad you were dumb enough to confess that your homie is the one who killed Draco the Ruler. Now, unfortunately for you, I got his identity, his name, and let's expose that right now.
Wow.
When Draco the Ruler was
Here we go.
initially invited to the festival,
Hit that subscribe button.
he was skeptical. He was reluctant to go. Because when you look at the flyer for the festival, YG was also set to perform. And obviously, Draco and the world was well aware that while YG was discussing Draco the Ruler on No Jumper, YG told Adam 22,
Long live Draco.
he's not doing no rap beef with Draco. Right? Him and his dudes beef for real. And if
Hit
it's
that like
beef
button, hit the subscribe
with
button.
YG
Long
and
live
Draco,
Draco.
his dudes is gonna come and get you. Draco understood that was a threat towards him. And that YG was publicly stating that they're gonna come and get Draco.
Like people be knowing, like if you know, you know. If you don't, you don't. I'm not finna be going out there doing no rap distance. It's like if it's smoke, it's really smoke with us. We ain't playing, you know. So like I'm gonna tell the homies the same shit, bro. I done told D3 that like we ain't doing none of that weird for nothing. For rap. We not none of that. We trying to make hits. We gonna move around, rich, have fun. All that rap beef and all that. We not rap beefing. We really beef. The homies gonna get you. You know what I'm saying? So like, we ain't even trying. The homies that I be with, that I hang with. You know what I'm saying? Like D3 Young, that's not cool. Like we ain't doing none of that.
Right. It's kind of like a shortcut to like getting you a couple
Who is
million views.
For several reasons. He was being paid $50,000 to come and perform. And then two, Snoop Dogg personally called Draco and asked him to come to the festival and perform. Draco had love for Snoop, so he couldn't turn that down. And Draco also got assurance from people he respected, like WAC 100, who told him that they will be there as well. So if he come
Yeah, so WAC 100, he already knew what was up with YG, and but that's why he ain't gonna say too much because he's still a power rule. He still try to keep his. But this is what it was. They knew YG was gonna be there. Knew Draco the Ruler just made that weird since WAC 100 already know what's the deal, and it was over there in Inglewood. He knew it wasn't good. So you know when you can get niggas to ride up on bicycles and then hop in a van and then it's like you know what I mean. You got bicycle boys over here, so you got hood niggas that catch the bus to get to that. You know what I mean? You around the way type. So Draco, really, you really offered yourself the way I feel. Like button, hit that subscribe button. You offered yourself as a sacrifice. Meaning, if you made that song and you had all that money, just like Gucci, you should have had an off-duty police officer. You should have had security with you. You know what Draco the Ruler did? Yeah. Well, I knew it was by Inglewood, but it's still close. And you can get off on the new whatever line over there. Ain't it like a metro line that goes through there? So yeah, you could have got to that on the metro line that they just built. So no matter where it was, if it's around the way, I say you around the way, boy. They can get on, they can get up with you riding a bus, the Metro Link, Uber, you around the way. Like, you know what I mean? No matter where it was, if it was Inglewood, I just know I didn't go. But still, you around the way. You ain't far, boy. Man, niggas, thirsty niggas will ride that bus, wait, be dressed, funky nuts, booty, and all that. Niggas sit on them nasty seats. You know what I do? The last time I rode the bus, nigga, I stand up and hold the pole. And then I be trying to hold it with two fingers. But look, Detroit in the house. Shout out. Hey, Detroit, since I said that, hit that like button, man. We fucking with King AK-47 over here. Even though he disrespected the West, I know who he was talking to. That's why I don't take it that way. On my mama, hit that like button, hit that subscribe. I don't even take it that way. He disrespected the whole West Coast, the Bloods and Crips. And you know what? The way I look at it as, if I was from Cleveland, I say the same shit too. You niggas acting like hoes over there. Hell no, we don't want to link up. A Compton Rick Rock, you sound like a rescue. You sound like Compton Rick Rock. Compton Rick Rock. Man, he did Compton Rick bad, nigga. He embarrassed that boy. Compton Rick Rock all in the chat talking about, man, I love your content, man. Can I get in? You know, I know DC Baby Draco. You know, I know Seaman Time Exotics, man. We some players around here, man. I can show you a low rider. If you give me a couple of dollars, I can get it fixed. Man, you be getting them used, boy. I be seeing you getting them cash apps and them Apple, man. I be over there, man. I be digging them. I be over here trying to fix them low riders and fuck on these bitches. I got a couple of blue chews if you need one. Type shit. Type shit. I got a couple of blue chews if you need them. Baby, I'm from Compton. You didn't call Rick Rock. Boy, listen, when I take a blue chew, I be Rick Rock like a mother lover. How old is she? Man, as long as you over 20, we good. Yeah, you know what I mean? Them old niggas that still be trying to finesse in the low rider for the bitches that just, you know what I mean, barely 21, barely 22, and he over there trying to get up on her. You know what I mean? Them skinny things looking like they got everybody's where they pelvis and everything just up and down like a number 2 pencil. Oh, gang, nigga, he be trying to do that. Oh, man. A nigga that talk like him talk fast. Man, I'm just finna tell you, man, these boys in trouble. Man, y'all better keep that peace. If you don't keep that peace on you, you gonna be laying out in the streets. Cause back in the 90s, man, we would just slide over there with our Glocks, man, hopped out the low rider and did what we had to do. Shut your bitch ass up. This is a fact. Compton Rick Rock. I went through Compton Rick Rock 2 times in the same day because he was talking that ish. That's why he finally leave me alone because I proved he a rat by striking my page. Ricky Manning 55 at gmail.com. That's Ricky Manning at Ricky Manning 55 at gmail.com and say, blood, you a rat. Or cuz you a rat. Or on Hoover, you a rat. Ricky Manning 55 at gmail.com. And just send that nigga an email and be like, Neptune said you a rat. And then look, he over here telling stories about all the Crips, all the Bloods. Nigga, tell how you struck my page, nigga. That's what your buster ass need to do. On Crib, on Hood, whatever you do over there. I ain't no Crip. Blood's a snitch. Yes, email Blood. Ricky Manning, RICKEY MANNING 55 at gmail.com. On Blood, that's Compton Rick Rock, snitch ass. I'm not a wannabe Brick Baby. Brick Baby you want to see Brick Baby talk about me on the internet and he called me the Blood 4 Extra? Shut your bitch ass up. Brick Baby got a video on me when I was on the internet 2 days. You heard what I said? 2 days. Brick Baby heard me, got that content because he didn't know what I was gonna do after that. And he know what I spoke on was true, but you know what he did? Save Munchie B face. Why? For the content, the job, no jumper, we friends. Peace treaty with a 6-0 ass nigga. You know how many IFs, you know how many 6-0s is in the dirt for each other hood? You niggas is what? So all them niggas in the dirt, this is what I would say. If God could raise Lazarus, raise all the niggas from 6-0 and raise all them niggas from IF. And then y'all go ahead and handle Brick Baby and Munchie Can't See. And Lord, we pray that he gets eyesight back. So just like you raised him from the dead, you know how to heal the blind and make them see. So let Munchie be blind and let him see, and he do the reverse Ray Charles where he can see, and let him catch the phase. All these niggas from IF, then let Brick Baby catch all the phase from the niggas from 6-0, from the niggas from IF, vice versa. And then y'all tell me how that work out, bitch ass niggas. That's why you don't peace street, sucker man. Sucker man junior. What's the point of everybody going there, wearing the shirts, whacking out hoods, going to bury a nigga, go with fish plates and all that? What's the point of all that? Just to say, oh, you know what? Man, I thought about it, man. Y'all niggas cool, man. Shit, man. Damn, man. I like your car over there. Man, I seen your Harley over there. What y'all gonna do? Shake hands and be Inglewood family, A-Trey Gangsta Bloods, Crip? That's what you're gonna end up doing. A-Trey Gangsta, Inglewood family, Gangsta Blood, Crips. How you doing, cuz? How you doing, blood? What man, what kind of meeting is that with the Bloods and the Crips? Y'all over here looking this goofy ass motherfucking poetic Flakko right here. Dumbass niggas. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. That's why I said I agree with King AK-47. You niggas is bums. You niggas is sissified, sissy boys. You straight sissified. I agree with Poetic Flacco doing what he doing right now. So woo woo. So woo 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 woo. So woo woo woo. Yep. However you want to do it, I'm with Flacco. Dead homies. Yep. I'm with his citizen app in the flesh. No AI ass. At least this, I know he ain't AI. I know who I'm dealing with face to face. As long as I can put a face to somebody. Oh, and shout out Abdul Sadiq Rafiq Shahid Badi Eddie Boy. Yeah, since I got on your ass 2 times on your live, let's keep it clean, gang. Hey, Eddie Boy, I said a real man show his face when you talk that ish. I said that in this live 2 times. Eddie Boy saying I'm lying. Eddie Boy, I told him if a real ninja talk ish online, at least you show his face. He laughed. The second time, I ain't got no problem with it. I didn't have proof for the last one because I just did it quick and I was driving and I wasn't paying attention. But the second one, I made sure I showed y'all. He was like, oh, I got no problem with Neptune. How the homestead go? How your chickens and stuff? Yeah, shut up, nigga. But Eddie Boy, I got on you twice. Now you see Eddie Boy shows his face more on the internet, on the dead homie. Even if he do it for a second, he know what I said was true. Why? Didn't your daddy tell you that? My daddy told me that. And my dad would be your age or a little bit older. If you gonna tell a man something, say it to his face. Cause I feel like you 2026, you one of them YNs that be wearing them ninja masks that talk shit, but they hide their face. How you gonna talk shit but hide your face? Grown brother, man. And Eddie Boy has now been showing his face. Cause why? I'm like three generations behind him. And I told you the truth. And even if you Muslim, Christian, Catholic, 7-day Adventist, Hebrew, Christian, Ethiopian, faith of God Church, whatever you niggas is, you know what I said. That shit hit your brain when you went to sleep at night. Cause you be like, damn, that nigga Neptune, like, even though he said something in the chat and it might make me feel some type of way, I got straight to the point on your mark ass. Don't be on here just saying what you say. Oh, you say, oh, Neptune, you out of state, woo. Yep, show is. Show gonna go to LA, go to the Fox Hills Mall, just do a clip. I ain't gonna be like, hey, yeah, I'm live, everybody. Look at me. Yeah, I'm gonna buy some J's, man. I got 3 pairs of J's. No, I'm not doing that. I'm telling you now, that's out. I ain't doing that. But when I do it, I'ma be out in public, so don't tell me I'm not outside if I didn't do it live, little ass boys. And no, I'ma keep doing it. I'ma be in LA, going different places, and I'm gonna record Compton Rick Rock, Beverly Hills, I don't live there type shit. I'm gonna do it just like Compton Rick Rock. I'm gonna be somewhere where I don't live, walking around showing all the pretty Beverly Hills I could show. But I ain't gonna be in Beverly Hills. I'm gonna be buying something, doing something, and if it gets to something that's too tricky, that may be non YouTube friendly, I'm shutting the camera off. You niggas nosy. I'm shutting the camera off because when I shut the camera off, this is my real life. It is no YouTubery. So as long as you know that, if I shut off the camera and watch, boys, something it's something them gangster niggas be talking about, and you can just put it in any category. What would gangsters talk about on the phone with each other that don't be recorded? Business, merchandise, franchise, who did what to who. I'm from the foe. That's enough for me. But I ain't from 40 Crip. So the only thing I can say with me and the 40 Crip, four of them. You say the wrong shit, fuck them. Like that Snoop Dogg song. See, the soon as the bass hits your dump, boom, 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 mm, buck them, buck 'em. You remember that song, Snoop Dogg? That's how I feel. So, like I said, I will graze the earth wherever I need to graze, just like a cow and a horse. And I will walk like I got no worries, like a cow and a horse. I will record and I will show what I'm doing on my time, and then I'll get petty, just like y'all do, and show what y'all eating. I didn't think I had to take it that low to the internet just to show a lifestyle. So I guess I gotta get a real like 16-ounce steak, cut it slow, put the butter on top, the little butter with the chives. Y'all want to see all that? Yep. I'll be recording, but it won't be live. That's a fact. Why? Because if you're not aware, you dumb. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. If you're not aware of what's going on, and I say I'm a YouTuber, and now in this year, I learned so much, please, look for me. I advise you to go look for Jesus. You will not be where I'm at. And you do not know the tippy toe shoes that I have. I have stepped plenty places to step on people. Do you know how much of a ninja I am? I have stepped on leaves so softly, niggas didn't even turn around, and I was able to get closer. Police, do your job. Just like we had a job to do, you got a job to do. But your job is a whole lot harder. And my stuff is in the archives because we ain't had no cameras. Mm, 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 mm. And then I'm the age of when they start putting up cameras because of what we was doing. And that was Crenshaw and Manchester terrorists. Every last Crenshaw and Manchester terrorist I went to school with, I hung out with every day before school or after school. All these people that y'all think is the realest from every hood, man, if you raise them from the dead, you might as well baptize me. and raised me up like DMX with all the blood straight out that bloody ass pool. Nigga, I know all the bloods. There's nothing else I can say. I'm not Bosco. I grew up down the street. This is me down the street. Baby Bogart, he lived one street up from me. And that's like say we just going south. And then he lived one street up from me going east. And there's grandma's house. And he supposed to be the top shot to make Crenshaw and Manchester Terrace. Nigga, man, Bosco, shut the fuck up. Munchie B, get your ass out of here. I grew up with Lazaro Castro, the top shotter. He went to jail for 7 bodies. Lazaro Castro, man, when we looked him up, we can't even find him on the damn CDC. He got life. He is not out of jail. I don't know what they did with his name. And I don't think he could get deported because he is Belizean, but he was born here. But me being young, growing up with him, and if anybody know Lazaro Castro, this is what I'll say. If you think I'm bullshit and you don't know, you don't think I know the top shotter that is Crenshaw Manchester Terrace. And remember I said Munchie B is a rat, just like Julie's Red Flag. Okay. Red Flag snitched on all the Crenshaw Manchester Terrace. Munchie B, take that chain off. You don't know nothing about it. All Munchie B could say is, I heard, I heard, I heard, I heard, I heard it, I heard it, I heard. That's all Munchie could do is say, I heard. Nigga, I was there. I remember Lazaro Castro, Baby Bogart, Tiny Buntry, and Red Flag, Julius. Tiny Buntry, I mean, yeah, I can't remember his name, but I know him and Baby Bogart, they related, they cousins. They Belizean, they cousin, and they both stay with the granny. They stay in the same house with the granny, but they cousins. You heard what I said, nigga. They are the Crenshaw Manchester Terriers. They used to tell me, mind you, one street up, one street to the left. Lazaro Castro talk just like this. What's up, blood? This how you ain't even heard his voice before because if I ever get a hold of him, this how he talk. What's up, little T-Dog, blood? What's up with it? Shit was crazy last night, blood. Oh, yeah. Yeah. Blood, we smoked some crabs, blood. Yeah. Again? Blood, that KFC, blood. Oh, yeah, blood. We caught 2 of them niggas, blood. Yeah, blood. Them niggas out of here, blood. Damn. You know what this nigga Julius was doing? Blood, nigga, like loco. Blood, nigga, like, nigga, we just can't. And Julius, nigga, Red Flag, his eyes is big. So when he be like talking and he be off Sherm, oh yeah, blood. Oh yeah, nigga. I'm talking about his shit get bogus. But mind you, he act and dress like he our age because he was raised with his granny and his granny couldn't keep up with him. I don't want to speak on his mom and dad. I don't know. I don't know if they went to jail. I don't know if they was users. If I said something like that, I would be lying. But Julius was raised by his granny. And this is how I know. Cause she used to come looking for the nigga. But she was so old, she like even if she saw him, he'd be like, oh, that's my granny. And then he'll go in the bush and then we'll walk up to her and she really didn't see him. Like, really, that's how old she was looking for him. So this nigga, when all them bodies got like caught up and people started going to jail,
Red flag told just like Munchie B. Julius told where the burner was. Not only where the burner was, what girl house it was, where she lived. It was under the bed type shit. Yeah, I read the paperwork. Blood, but I don't care what nobody say. I read Julius shit. I just can't remember his last name. If I call my sister, that's a cash app. If you want to know his shit, I would say just like this. And I ain't prepped her on a dead homies on Queen Street. I would never prep nobody. Hey, sis, what's up, nigga? You got man? Shut up, man. Why you always like? Hey, I ain't gonna even tell her I'm live. Hey, what's up with that nigga Julius? Julius? What are you talking about? Julius, Red, what you want to talk about that buster ass nigga for? That mama, she gonna say that. I know my sister. She will automatically say, "Oh, what you want to talk about that nigga? Blood's a snitch." And she might even say blood, and she don't even gangbang. But talking to me, she remember them days. She remember walking up in the streets. Talking to me, she a blood again. She don't bang. But she is Ash Bash. I swear. If Ash Bash, the one that be with Munchie B, met my sister, Ash Bash, if his fist is gonna be a tooth missing, I swear to God, my sister be fighting grown men and doing it to him just like Nike. Where me and my little brother will pop up and she tell us she finna fight a nigga. And when we get there, it's like she get an extra power. And before we can get out and do something, he apologizing. And then he looking at us like we gonna do something. I told my brother like, no, don't touch him, don't touch him. I mean, even if my sister's shit busted, if she's standing over him doing her thing, first off, you a grown woman. You shouldn't still be calling me as a grown man. If you still doing this, that's for your dad. But he rest in peace. I'm your brother. This your little brother. We don't gotta do this for life. This ain't our job. Yeah, I don't know. I know it's like Julius, something like that. Julian, Julius. Yeah, my sister, she went to Crozier with that nigga. It was her, Boule. Like Boule, I don't know what's up with him. I don't know if he still bump with the hood, but a lot of niggas, even if, okay, look, even if I got some homies on Instagram or Facebook, you're gonna see other homies like as you scroll. I got an older homie named Stretch. Oh, blood look zesty than a motherfucker. Blood be looking skinny, like he got HI. You know what I mean? His face all sucked up. He be having highlights and shit in his hair. I'm like, oh, and that nigga, I can't say he was gangster, but he was always driving gangsters to do stuff. But he is my big homie. But I never seen him do nothing. I never even seen him catch a fade. But I can say he is my big homie. He lived in the hood. He was the brother of two other brothers that was from the hood. But him and the brother under him, I never seen him do nothing. But the youngest brother, I seen him do a lot. But the two other older brothers, Stretch and Jack B, never seen them throw a punch nowhere. Nowhere. They was like fly guys. They was the type of niggas like they was GQ model type niggas because they was black and Asian. They black and Asian. Just imagine you got homies that's black and Asian and they daddy the police and they daddy drove a motorcycle with the police shit on it. He drove the police motorcycle home, nigga, on dead homies. And and their mama was he black and their mama was Asian. Guess what she did for a living? A goddamn paralegal. And you mean to tell me your dad, the policeman, and your mama, the paralegal, got three sons from Queen Street, and two of them I never seen do shit. The only one I ever seen was L Dog. That's the only one I ever seen. And I already talked about the Inglewood police. What's his name? Massey. The police officer Massey in Inglewood that be arguing people and get away with it. He told me, yeah, man, I got your boy L Dog Woo telling me Woo. Yeah, he got caught with check fraud. I wish I could have got Diablo, but he died. But yeah, man, I was on their trail. I'm the reason why he in jail. I'm like, bitch, what you telling me for? He proud to close down Queen Street. Why? Because it's right by the police station. Facts.
They'll be able to link up with him and he will have some reinforcement. However, Draco the Ruler came super late and came after Whack 100 and his crew already left.
We was actually waiting on Draco to make sure he got in and out right, but shit, we waited on an hour or something. You know, I had 100 tickets. I had 4 artists performing. At that game, I had Blueface, Coyote, and True Card. So I wait up for him to make sure he got in and out of there right. But after holding Blue and holding Game and the team, oh wow, they was with it. And like, bro, we don't think he gonna show up. Let's roll. Called his little brother and then was there early about 5 o'clock.
Yeah.
And you know, they was good. By the time we got to the Sprinter and got to the freeway, we got the call. He was dead.
Draco needed every one of those numbers to save his life. Plot to murder Draco was already in place by the time Draco got to the festival. Now, the reason why Draco was so late to the festival is because he had to make multiple stops before getting to the festival. So Draco and his security guard met up at his home in the hills. Draco and his security guard left his house in the hills and drove over to the Awful Lot of Costa parking lot to link up with Ralphie, K7, Chief and Heavily, and over to the festival. Before they started driving over to the festival, Draco had a conversation with everybody he was with. He told everybody, get rid of whatever you guys have on you. Get rid of any guns, anything illegal you guys have on you, get rid of it right now. Draco didn't want to get to the festival and have problems with the police or security. So he told his crew, whatever you guys have on you, get rid of it right now. Everybody who was with Draco got rid of everything they had on them before they began to drive over to the festival. While Draco was driving over to the festival, live updates from members of his entourage, like Donut, who was already at the festival. Draco had a hunch something was wrong, so he had people at the festival setting parameter, just like the temperature and looking at who. Draco felt a little more at ease as he got closer to the festival because the people he had in place at the festival already was telling Draco, yo, we ran across YG and his homies and these bloods that we don't get along with, but they seem like they know they are part of your entourage and we're part of your crew, and they didn't do nothing or say nothing to us. So it looked like everything is chill. At the time, they seen that as a positive sign. But looking back in hindsight, that was a negative sign.
But like I said, we were checking in. We've been there all day. I personally look all day. I ain't gonna say well, look, I check, you know, for the check-in team. So we there. They said, yeah, let's stay here. Make sure it's cool for them. Make sure it's, you know, feeding. We got, you know, it's comfortable. We going into everybody who we think is gonna buck heads with. Ain't nothing happens. A couple of it. Nothing happens.
In hindsight, that was a sign. They seen you guys. They didn't get along with you guys, but nobody said nothing. That's because y'all weren't the target. They weren't gonna set it off with the entourage and now everybody gets kicked out and then they miss Draco when Draco come in. No, Draco the Ruler was the target.
Exactly.
In the very beginning.
He was
Draco
the
into a literal death trap. Everybody was colluding against Draco the Ruler.
He popped it the most.
Draco, his security guard,
He hurt a lot of people feel it.
7, Chief and Heavily. When they got to the festival, they went to the security entrance for the artist. When they got to the security entrance for the artist, the security guard said, "What's up, blood?" And they told Draco the Ruler they can't go through that entrance, even though Draco the Ruler was performing and he was an artist. And he's like, what? Why can't I come through this entrance? Nah, blood, you gotta go to that other entrance. As they was driving to the other entrance, there was a van in front of them. They watched the van drive all the way through the security entrance and didn't get checked at all. But when Draco and his crew of people got there, their cars got checked. They got stripped. They got checked as if this was like the airport security, bro. They couldn't even bring a lighter in. But a van in front of them went right through. This is when Draco ignored a couple of signs that was supposed to trigger something within him. The van before you got right through without being checked. The security guard, who was
What's
a
the
blood
deal?
soldier,
What's
you
the deal?
couldn't go to the artist injuries. You had to go
Cracky
to the injuries you had no idea of. Clearly, something was up. After they was done getting checked, they got the green light to proceed further. And when they was driving up, they went past that van. And the van that didn't get checked, when they drove past it, they seen members from YG crew, 400 members. They were in that van. When they finally hopped out the vehicle, they began to walk past several members of 400 and YG crew with 400 shirts on. They also walked past several BPS members. One member right here you see have a Cardinals jacket on. When Draco finally walked in, it was a literal united Blood Nation front against Draco. A private investigator says when he reviewed the footage of Draco at the festival getting into the altercation that took his life, he counted 113 blood members
This where it get
who
bad.
screamed Draco. It was perfectly
113.
clear. This wasn't something that
What's the
happened on
deal,
a whim.
trillionaire?
This was something that was carefully and strategically planned out. This was a murder that was planned out days in advance. Because when Draco walked in, people had on ski masks. A rapper named K7 who was fighting next to Draco identified the man who was able to sneak in the knives to give to the assassins. His name is Gloves.
He said
He was YG security guard for years, and he still is.
Cheers.
So you mean to tell me these people at once upon a time saw YG's security Gloves, who was letting people in, pass people knives? Do you hear Flakko is saying? Flakko is no longer playing with the internet. As long as it's facts and it is proven, YouTube is with him. He's in the YouTube guidelines. It's not defamation when it's public information. Flakko could turn his whole YouTube worse than 1090J. You see what he's turning into? Flakko is now a non-West Coast native. You hear what I'm saying? Flakko is a non-West Coast native that will be a 1090 Jake after he blows up off of Munchie B, the mayor. Disrespectful.
Speaking facts, bro. YG is real like all the bro. I don't even bro. I'm so mad, bro. My mama, bro. YG did some hope, bro. And if I see cut, I'ma slap the that on all this puff talking like they hard, bro. But they fight big ass security. You got those security guards fight. Come on, bro. That's cool, bro. On my mama, bro. The big ass ball security guard snuck in knives, all type of weird.
The person he's saying snuck the knives in that was used to kill Draco is a man by the name of Big Gloves, as you see right here. He's YG security guard. Anywhere you see YG, you see him. This was strategically and methodically planned. Because as soon as Draco walked in at 8:30, and by 8:32, it already sparked off. They were already in place, already had their knives, waiting for Draco to walk in so they could murder Draco.
Got there at 8:30. It was cracking at 8:32. Like type.
This is what I don't like about Ralphie. You's a whole sucker, Ralphie. But you sure wear the shit out of Draco chains. You may show you didn't give Draco chains up. You show wearing all the success of your brother. You know, I understand you want to live the good life. I understand that you didn't like jail when you was in the county jail. But at some point in your life, it looks. I know you distance yourself now and got high up in the hills. That's why you got all that money, because you can't never party with nobody. I done seen Ralphie in a live with 60 people in it on a. Now all of a sudden somebody let him get on Adam 22 based on the love of Draco the Ruler. This nigga trash on the live by himself. Nobody care about his music. Trash. Trash can. He got about 2 songs that I like with Draco. Other than that, he trash can. And ain't nobody rose from the dead from the Stink Team. Ain't nobody revived nothing from the Stink Team. Ain't nobody made a hit to where they could wear a Draco chain and still show the IFs that we still moving without Draco. This bitch ass nigga got all these chains on and didn't even go slide for Vaughn. And it's worse, it ain't even Vaughn, it's your brother. Hey, in the chat, everybody say go get your lick back. Subscribe button. He wearing all his brother's chains. And he ain't getting no lick back. And he know exactly what Poetic Flakko knows. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe.
Wow.
Yeah, that's the type of shit. Yeah.
I think your mom said it was around 40 to 60 men in masks.
Nah, it was like 100 something.
Really?
Yeah, but you know what I'm saying?
What do you say to people saying it was a setup? Because they were saying he shouldn't have been on the same bill as some of those other people at all.
I mean, shit. It's pretty self-explanatory. I mean, and like I wouldn't say, you know what I'm saying? That if you know, you know. Like, you know what I'm saying? Whatever, 8:30, 8:32 was cracking. Like,
Yeah.
shit like that.
So I'm guessing you saw it happening.
He still try to act like his
Everything
brother.
emotion. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
Like
there
Draco.
wasn't no
Like the way he be looking around and
70 people.
how he's so trying to be his brother, but he can't. That's why he wears chains. He putting on a costume.
It just happened like all in one motion. Like, you know what I'm saying? Nobody ever got to Draco. Like, to just get Draco. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It was all in one motion.
Yeah.
The footage of them getting swarmed from 100 Bloods, from Pyrus to Inglewood families to BPS, that's on YouTube. Now, if you Draco is behind his security. He's behind his security. Now, a lot of people mistakenly believe this is the footage of Draco getting stabbed. It's not. When they walked in, they walked past BPS members, Inglewood family members, a lot of Bloods, they weren't fazed. They began to walk, trying to get to their place, trying to get on stage, trying to perform. Draco homie Chiefin Heavily, who has a store in LA, he falls behind. And as he falls behind the group, they try to rob him for his chain. Some Blood members try to rob him for his chain. When they try to rob him, he was able to escape. And he runs over to Draco, Ralphie, and the crew and says, yo, they just try to rob me. Some Bloods try to rob me. Draco says, what? Draco's security Coop tells Draco, hey, yo, keep pushing. Keep going. Draco said, F that. Who did it? As Draco turned around to try to figure out who tried to rob his homies, they swarmed them. They absolutely swarmed them. Now, they was fighting for about a minute. Draco did not get stabbed in that video. Draco did not get stabbed in that video. They were fighting for about a minute. As they were fighting for about a minute, LAPD begins to walk down, so the crowd begins to disperse.
Damn.
However, there's people still there.
They said
now LAPD shouted, the security guard is shouting at LAPD, yo, get them.
113 people against 10.
Dudes then bum rushed Draco and his security guard.
13 people against 10.
Then was able to get one dude, but then the other dude was able to go around Coop and stab Draco in his neck and stabbed him. Coop is yelling at LAPD, get him! LAPD then flashed the light, and before they could flash the light, the dude took off. But who was that dude that stabbed Draco in his neck? Who was it? He's a friend of Munchie B called Frankenstone. His legal name is Frank Williams. Now, this particular screenshot right here is footage from another murder Frank Williams is involved in. We are not going to show the footage of the murder because we the victim in anything out of respect for him and his family. That footage that I'm not going to show nor identify who the victim was, that footage is of Frankenstone, aka Frank Williams, stabbing another victim in the neck after an altercation at an after party spot. He murdered this victim the same way he murdered Draco. The victim held his hand out to shake Frank Williams' hand. Frank Williams refused to shake his hand and then stalked him all across the building and then ultimately stabbed him. Now, the police believe that he did this to promote or assist the Black Peace Stones. He's currently out on bail as he's fighting this murder case. Now, when he found out that I was gonna do this video.
Frank
I was
Williams.
going to identify him as the man who stabbed and killed Draco.
Frank
He
Williams.
deleted his Instagram and Facebook. He deleted all traces of himself from online. But it's too late for him to run and hide. The police have identified him because people who were present has identified him as the one who did it. Not only is the police identifying him as a suspect in this, but the streets, him and his homies, have told people that he was the one who stabbed and killed Draco. The streets credit him, Frank Williams, as the one who stabbed and killed Draco the Ruler. People who were present behind the scenes have told anyone willing to listen that Frankenstone is who stabbed and killed Draco the Ruler. It's just a fact. Now, the question here is, why would he stab and kill Draco the Ruler? What did he have to gain from it? Well, Frank Williams was really close friends with Red Bull, and he's really close friends with Munchie B. And as Munchie B stated, Draco the Ruler.
Now I wonder what a weaves. Munchie B. That's why he was rubbing his head and rubbing his chin when they said what he was gonna do with Munchie B. Munchie B, you connected all these dots for him to even talk and converse with the police. It's over, dog.
Died because he got out of jail and began to diss Red Bull, who was right-hand man and really close with Frank Williams, aka Frankenstone.
What y'all was saying when he was on record disrespecting
Look how skinny Munchie is.
you can't talk back.
Munchie skinny as hell.
Disrespecting him. You know what I'm saying?
He ain't got no muscles. He ain't
That
got
real.
nothing.
So, and when he passed, I kicked him while he was down, literally. Hey, look, bro. Hey, people invite certain energy, you know what I'm saying? I don't feel bad for nobody over there except for his mama, bro. His mama lost his son because he wanted to entertain a little too much, man.
Munchie B said he kicked Draco while he was down, literally. Munchie B ain't do a goddamn
He
thing.
wasn't even there.
This is just Munchie B. This is what Munchie B does, okay? Munchie B is going out of his way to try to include himself as if he was the one who kicked Draco while he was down. Nobody kicked Draco while he was down. Cut it out, man. Draco didn't get stomped out. All right, they stabbed Draco and ran and did a 40-yard dash. But this is Munchie B confirming that the reason why Draco got stabbed and killed is because he disrespected Red Bull, which is, by the way, Frankenstone's right-hand man and close friend, and which is why Munchie B and Frankenstone are still really close. According to Munchie B, he passes the bottle to Frankenstone on a daily basis. Now, to add more incriminating and self-snitching, right, after Draco passed away, a Black P Stone member, right, from the Baby Stone Gorillas, P4, he came out, right, and said they did what they did, and Draco and them did what they did, essentially claiming that the Black P Stones is who killed Draco. Frankenstone did it.
Thoughts on that, man? Like Draco and everything.
You know, it is what it is. J-Side did what J-Side did, and they did what they did. So
Yeah. You try to stay out the politics like now more that you're like music's starting to go in like a better.
staying out the politics, but you know what I'm saying? They know what's up.
He even took to his Instagram story to the body for BPS and celebrate the death of Draco the Ruler. This is him literally celebrating, got the smirk and the demon emoji. And when fans pointed this out, he said quite possibly the dumbest thing you could ever say. Instead of saying we didn't do nothing, P4 wrote, bro, leave the set and Draco out the same sentence. Laughing. Y'all trying to have ninjas in jail. What happened at Once Upon a Time in LA? So you know what happened at Once Upon a Time in LA. Instead of saying, hey, we didn't do nothing, hey, man, he's saying, man, listen, man, y'all know what happened, but what happened there, stay there, man. Don't bring that police stuff online. Again, bro, Frankenstein, if I'm blaming your homies, man. Your homies, you killed and stabbed and killed Draco. Frank Williams, aka Frankenstone Bill Package, he gave up more identifying information about himself. Right now, when I read this bill package, all I could do is chuckle, because you murdered Draco the Ruler, and then you murder somebody else, and then in your bill package, you're talking about yourself as if you're like Martin Luther King or something. This is from 2024. He would claim that he's the single father of a 21-year-old daughter. His employment, he says, is he's a recording artist manager for multiple recording artist / groups. I'll be interested to see who this man is managing, right? Because as far as we know, man, he's off the grid. Like, this dude has deleted his Instagram, his Facebook. He's gone off. He's gone in hiding. So is he a recording manager for 400? I would hope YG isn't dumb enough to still have him down as a recording manager. Now, he would say he's a community activist. Bro, you are on camera murdering somebody in cold blood who organizes Thanksgiving and Christmas drives for the family. Cut it out, man. Now, he says he is a 40-year-old man facing his first violent criminal charge in 20 years. The detective currently investigating Frank Williams in this second homicide. His name is Detective Sergio Ortiz. His phone number will be somewhere on the screen. Do with that as you may. I don't know what you're going to do with that as you may. Now, Frank Williams is cooked, right? The police is already honing in on him being the guy who stabbed and killed Draco.
Munchie.
His friends is out here telling everybody who's willing to listen that he's the one who stabbed and killed Draco. Witnesses who were there is identifying him as the one who stabbed and killed Draco.
Munchie.
He's done. He's over.
Shouldn't have played with him.
That's the man who stabbed and
That's
killed
all I
Draco.
say.
That's
You
his
shouldn't
name.
have played with
Everybody else, they tell you it's a lie. That's his name. Frank Williams, aka Frankenstone. Now, if you're watching this video and you want to watch another good video, stay tuned for part 2. This is just part 1.
Yeah, man, this man at the end of the video did that TI stuff. If you want to drop a tip, hit the tip hotline and you know, drop a tip and you ain't got to drop nothing else. If you want to get paid, just drop a tip. That's what he just did. He said, do with this as you please. Do you know that detective approves this message? Do you know by Flakko showing this, he not only is he showing this to the world, he's showing Munchie B. Boy, if you try to do something to me, you or your homies, this detective make sure all y'all pay. Now, in part 2, I know where he finna go. Part 2 is he gonna involve YG. Mark my words. Believe me, and the detective and the police station endorses him. Hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. Flakko, he's gonna show the world how gang members ain't on nothing and how much they scared of the police. You know, I even think that he had so much conversation with the police when he was getting his numbers and his money up, when everybody was going to jail on that big U Rico case, because he was in no jumper when everybody was going to jail. When he got his money up, I bet you he talked to an officer about the best place he can go. Because when I was on Flakko ass, I told the world, I said he in LA, and wherever he is, he lives next door to the police station. So now you got to think, when I said that about like six months ago, it was the truth. Why you think he was next door to the police station? He was at home to where he could walk to the police station and get the information that what he has now. He was so good with the police doing what he doing now. They knew Flakko by name, and they knew he lived next door in the apartment complex. Flakko, once he got put on blast that he lived next to the police station, he went to Texas. Who gave him that idea? The police. A nice place where he can go and just check the city out. And Flakko found a big old home with a big front yard and backyard. And just by driving around, he knows in his neighborhood, nobody knows who he is. This is how people in the neighborhood know where you at. Parties, police coming, you know, exotic cars that just way to where your neighbors be watering the grass. Like they just water their grass just to look at your car and be like, damn, I wish I had one of those. Attention. Flakko don't do that. Look how he dressed. What is Broski wearing? This is like a thermal heat preserver jacket. Sweater. I don't know what it is, man. But Flakko finna tear it up. And Munchie, if he brought you to the internet and he was begging Adam 22 for a year and a half to bring you on the platform, and then they so much didn't want to do it that he paid out of his pocket for the editors and the engineers to run your first podcast, I know Munchie B told him everything. You could take it old school. Munchie B spilled the beans. And not only that, he did it so to the point to where he wanted to prove he was so official. And this dude was eating it up, thinking like, oh yeah, Munchie B, oh yeah, the Crips talk about it. He thought he had a real catch. Until real people start speaking about the peanut butter. The first week of my live, when I had 500 subscribers, Poetic Flakko was in my chat. This is a fact. I got moderators to vouch for that. My first week of getting 500 subscribers to where you can go live on YouTube, my first week, Poetic Flakko was in my chat. Hey, man, why are you talking about me? Why you got my face as your headline? That's what he said. And I roasted him for about 5 to 7 minutes. I know Poetic Flakko still watches me. I know Poetic Flakko still be like, damn, Neptune, like, woo, woo. Yeah, I know. I said what I said the first day, and I never switched up, but the world was mad at me because I talked about the Bloods. Hold on. If I'm a Blood and I see these people on YouTube, it is my job to sweep and mop the floor with bleach and pine Saw. So don't be mad that, you know what I mean? Yeah, I know King AK-47. He know me too. Hey, I remember Yat one time. Yat, when he you know how he be doing all that little bullshit podcast and be having Milk 7-Fold go back with ODM Slim. I remember one time it was King Pill and it was ODM Slim. And they were so caught up on their BS that Yat said, hey man, what's up with that? What's up with that blood dude with the wicks? But him and ODM Slim was going back and forth so much, he was talking about me, but they didn't get a chance. Yeah. And then I went viral for it. You know what I mean? One thing about it, Two Gangsta for YouTube and all them dudes, it's just part of your genre. Whatever, if I talk about Lil Durk, it's gonna be in AK-47 John live feed. Yeah. If I talk about it's just what it is. Everybody got their days, everybody got their weeks, everybody got their this. I was hot for about a week. It's just how it is. Everybody heard me diss Compton Rick Rock. And then it went to ODM Slim. Like they listen, like sometimes they just listen to some of us just to find out what the other one's talking about. That's why you gotta think. If you get 5,000 views, you don't think people in Chicago that got platforms watching what you watch? Anything that got high views, all these YouTubers are like researchers. They know who you are. They're not gonna say your name. But just like I said, I respect King AK-47. He dissed LA, the Bloods and the Crips. Why? I feel the same way. Niggas acting like marks. And if I was from Cleveland, I'll say the same shit. You know? If I was from Cleveland, I'll say the same stuff. FLA. The Bloods, the Crips, they ain't got no Bloods and Crips out there. That's why he can say what he say. It doesn't matter. But look, by him saying that, he gonna get the views up from the West Coast. Some people that never knew of him might subscribe to him. They like the way he get down. Like I said, I got way more subscribers than a lot of people in their first year, and I never went to a platform, and I would never go to No Jumper. I know everybody up there. I never go there. I will skip on that money. It's not worth it. I don't want it. I ain't going to no damn police station to go talk about some other niggas. Nope. If I didn't do it in the streets, I'm not gonna do it on YouTube. Get on a nigga ass, tell him the real about himself, tell him about I know what he did last summer in jail and stuff like that. If I tell it to you on the streets, nigga, I tell it to you on YouTube. It's a fact. I'm not holding no bars. Everybody, if you do something goofy, I'm on your ass. Can't nobody on the internet have one video. I'm talking about one video on me. You better pass. I don't know what people be talking about when you got a video of somebody marking you out. I've been on this planet so long, I ain't got one. That's a fact. And if you do it, it's sure finna be AI and we all finna see it. That's why I just be looking at everybody like, goofy. Yes, I just fucked up shit, but I only did fucked up shit because niggas did fucked up shit to my homies. If you didn't get back in the first 24, 48 hours, you was a bitch from the hood. I done seen dangerous stuff happen to people that didn't slide for the homie and you was at the funeral acting like you was hurt. You know them pitchforks that be on the front of gates in front of Inglewood houses or just any regular hood. You go through Inglewood and they got the metal gates and they got them things that got that, the little triangle point at the top and it go all the way around so you can't, they try to deter you from hitting their gates or you gonna hurt yourself. Yeah, I seen somebody get hurt, put off the hood with that. The sound that I heard from that, I was like, oh nigga, you might as well just go ahead and did what you did, cause nigga, they crucified you. Yeah. And older homies that was supposed to be from the hood. Yep. I was like, damn, the sound and the scream that I heard from the homies that was his age, for him not sliding, I compared that to the sounds and the screeches of somebody in hell getting burnt. It scared the shit out of me. And I was about like 17, 18. I mean, it scared the shit out of me. But at the same time, you is a bitch. You grew up with this nigga. That's how you get done like that. You mean to tell me you grew up with this nigga and you know who did it? And all of us is taking our turn sliding. You ain't got to do it together, but niggas know who be going to do what. It's been a week. You ain't even asked for it. Like I said, when niggas slide when you from the hood, hey, blood, I ain't got no burner, but shit, I'm finna walk over there. Finna walk over there on bloods. You know what to do. You know you can't have no bullets in here if we give you this. Like, if we give you the shit, you know it better not be no bullets in here when you come back, right? And if you gonna steal it, you might as well just get on. In my hood, that's how the niggas used to do. You go ahead and here, it's full. You come back and return it, and it ain't empty, it's bad for you. Especially if you borrow, you gotta empty. That was a mando. If you borrow, you had to empty. If it was yours, do your thing. Just like the hood always talk, it's gonna get around that somebody was around there last night, even if it's from a Crenshaw Mafia, a Denver Lane that come through, NHP, I like however it function. People gonna know. Hey man, Whoop De Whoop was taped off last night. Why? Because the bitches be talking. You didn't need no phone. You didn't need no internet. If you was from the hood, you knew. But I hate when people say, you know what you know. Yeah, we was saying that when we know what we know. Y'all bringing it to the internet. Y'all don't know what y'all know. And even if Munchie B told the story about Rosemo, he too young to get it right. Rosemo is still older than him. So if Munchie B is 6 years younger than me, Rosemo would be 4 years older than him. So still, Rosemo would be his big homie because within 3 years, Munchie, you still, you know what I mean? 13 and 16 is two different niggas. 15 and 18 is two different grown men's. You see how 3 years is very vital? That's how it gets sectioned off. That's why I said, Munchie B, nigga, you like 7 years under than me. Me and you can't even talk. Bro, whatever you heard, look, bro, I look you in your face. Whoever told you that is a bitch and they lying. But you, on the other hand, I fought for the peanut butter in your drawers. I was in the county jail. It happened. So ain't no back and forth. And look, why do I have to lie on you and you're 7 years younger than me? What gratification do I get? You ain't even the niggas that was sliding on my homies when it was going down. So let's just start there. So if that's for show of fact, why would I hate on you? You are a little boy to me. Not like that, but like that. You were 13 when I was 20. Shut your bitch ass up. If you couldn't fight me at 13 and I was 20, I wouldn't even consider. I wouldn't even give you the recognition. Because why? All the places I've been to. Have you been to a level 4 2 times? Not 1 time, 2 times. Munchie, Bosco, hello, crickets, shut your bitch ass up. Do you know we used to have a slogan on a level 4? If you ain't never been to a level 4, I ain't fucking with you. And then be walking the main line on some serious charges. Whatever serious charge it is, you ain't snitch. And you here on some rider shit because you can't come to the level 4 on some bogus, my buddy friendly shit. If you want to say back in 2004, nigga, it was no internet times. That's the first time I hit a level 4, 2004. Right when Arnold Schwarzenegger became a governor. That's how I remember everything. Then he took the cigarettes out of prison. So I bought everything I could at Canteen. And then I ordered packages with buglers, cartons of Newports, Marlboros, all that shit. Pouches. And I stuffed my whole mattress with tobacco. And when it ran out, I was selling $3 cigarettes. And I'm talking about, at first it was a cool size. And then when it got low, I used to tell the homie, nigga, these sizes is disrespectful. He was like, blood, I don't care if they toothpicks. Niggas paying $3. And on the dead homies. When everybody dried up, I was selling like toothpicks, $3. I used to look at the homie like, damn, this is like tree size. Yep, on Bloods. I'ma roll it right. And nigga, they gonna be $3. And that nigga, man, I'm talking about have so many soups. I'll be like, damn, all these laundry bags of soup, like blood, like, nigga, look, take one of these bags in your cell and then ask the police to open the door so I can put this in. And then later on, shift change, if you still working, just bring me the bag. And matter of fact, go ahead and take you like 10, 12 soups out. And what else is in there? Oh, this and that. I will always bless the homie. Go ahead, get like 12 soups, blood. I don't give a fuck what you get. Soups is nasty. They be like, blood, you don't never eat soup. Yeah, soups is nasty. So go ahead, take you about 12, flip the bag, flip it over. What's them? Some chips? Cookies? Nah, dude, on my mama. Yep. Well, you know the prices. That is the prices. He hit it on the head. I ain't gonna even say it on the live because even if they don't see it live, it's gonna be recorded on my my YouTube. So yeah, you know the prices for sure, for sure. Hey, but not no more. What you talking about is what they used to be. A whole can is 1,200. A whole can right now is 12 to 1,500 in jail. A whole can is 12 to 1,500 in jail. And then if they paying that much, imagine how little they gonna roll. And you know, it's real papers in there. So the person that got it, he gonna sell papers too. You know how they get in jail. Oh, if it's with real papers, man, I'm gonna have to charge you another dollar. Let me get the one with the real papers because people in there doing life. They will pay the extra dollar for a real paper just drifting on a memory. Ain't no place I'd rather be than with you. And they'll be playing that song. Smoking a real paper, reminiscing. You know how many homies that I done caught just faded and be telling me stories. And I'm so faded drinking with him. He made me feel like I was there when he talk about some real ass story. He would tell me what they did to niggas, where they went, when they went out of state, how they got into some other bloods and how to act like Crips. You be like, yeah, yeah. But they was out of state though. They was like Texas, Louisiana. I be shaking my head like, blood, you foul. You foul. You a blood. Acting like a Crip and rob the bloods. You out of pocket, gang. But it was justified. Why? Cause ain't nobody from Louisiana, whatever he in California jail. Like, so it's gonna be like LA, oh, F them niggas. I used to think like, damn, nigga, you scandalous. You got some bloods and you a blood, you foul. I don't care where you at, you out of pocket, gang. And mind you, these big homies on the yard telling me stories about what they did to homies on the streets. And they wonder why they got life. That's my conclusion to everything. They wonder why they got life. Stupid, stupid nigga 2000. And I can only speak on 2000 because I got to the level 4, 2004. Lancaster, level 4 yard, D yard, 1, 2, 3 building. All I can say is, I don't even give a damn no more. If it's on the internet, I can speak on it because I ain't the rat. Now, I ain't gonna go like King AK-47. Yeah, you call me the police? Yeah, if you talk on anything, they're gonna say, oh, you gossiping or you a rat. Okay, cool. Whatever. It don't even hurt me. I don't even gotta say the slogan about sticks and bricks. Look, I'ma report the news, whatever it is. But every time I'ma give my views. I don't give a damn what the internet say. Now, if I say, yeah, I'm rocking with Flakko, hell yeah. Why? Munchie, you try to put this boy business out on Front Street, but it ain't his business. It's his family business. Nah, I said, no, I said, that's what I be doing. I be making it my own sticks and bricks, sometimes some tricks. Yeah, that's what I be doing. That's what I said. When I be making up my own lingo, that's how my moderators know somebody stole it. If you scroll down, you'll see, yeah, he stole that from you. Yeah, I be making up my own stuff on purpose. On purpose. That's my whole purpose. That's why I just say different stuff. Because when we catch you, you got that from me. Just like I'm waiting for somebody to say, and hefty trash bags. When I hear another YouTuber say, and hefty trash bags, you got that from me. Another thing too, while we on the subject, and Hefe, where street politics at? You know, the dude with the voice that be commenting on everything, political street views. Hey, I haven't seen political street views in like a month. How come he ain't been doing your thumbnails no more? What happened to him? He got locked up or something? Anybody notice? And Hefe been uploading looking like this? You see his uploads? He just in the kitchen, the tea hat leaning to the side. That nigga still got a bottle of water and tea on the side. The table in the back just fucked up. That nigga didn't even try to straighten nothing up. It just fucked up on the kitchen table. Y'all ain't noticed Aunt Hefe new uploads? Yeah. He mentioned the Queen Streets. That's what I was gonna play next. That's what I was saying. Will Mac, he got here so late. That was the last thing I was finna play. Man, you so man. Come on, man. Y'all running my YouTube. Y'all already know where I'm going, man. Come on, man. Y'all been here too long, man. On my mama, man. See, that's how I know y'all mess with me because y'all knew what I was finna play next and I didn't even say it to you. You knew respectable brands mentioned the Queen Streets. You knew I was finna play. Come on, man. I don't let nothing slide. But y'all good though. I respect that. I respect y'all for that. Hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. I respect y'all for that. You knew damn well I was finna play that next because they mentioned the Queen Street and the people dropping the AK off in the Queen Streets and they ran in a building and one dude got caught and one dude got away. Yeah, nigga. Hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, or you just hating on me. We finna go there right now, just because you mentioned it. I already got it in the playlist. That's crazy work. That's crazy work, man. That's crazy work, man. Hey, oh, we got Munchie B and all them on No Jumper right now trying to go live. He said, "Oh, whiskey." Yep, look, it's right here. It's so you see how in the playlist it was. Come on, man.
Budgeting app base 44.
I ain't never had this.
Just built an app.
Impossible.
I ain't never had that.
Bullet holes riddled this LA County Sheriff's Department patrol car. Some from an assault rifle fired at the deputies inside, some from the deputies themselves returning fire. The pursuit and shootout happened around 11:20 last night, starting in Compton, where the deputies tried to pull over a black Cadillac Escalade for reckless driving. That SUV registered to Keenan Jackson, best known as rapper YG. It's unknown if Jackson was in the SUV at the time, but whoever was opened fire. When a sheriff's helicopter joined the pursuit, it too was targeted.
Rapper YG is denying being involved in a chase and deadly shootout with LA deputies. His specially modified SUV was at the center of the police chase from Compton to Inglewood.
Surveillance cameras caught small parts of the pursuit. That Cadillac Escalade, investigators say, was armored with bullet-resistant windows. The gunman eventually dumped the SUV in Inglewood and took off on foot. One person was arrested, another escaped. A short time later, a grisly discovery on the pursuit route in Compton, the body of a man shot to death.
In today's video, we're going to be talking about how three-top Pyru would be arrested for a deadly shooting with Compton sheriffs while using YG's bulletproof vehicle, and how that shooting led them to raid YG's house. But let's dive right into it. On July 3rd of 2019, at around 11:20 at night, the sheriff's department was bringing an arrestee to the detention facility center. And while the deputies were transporting this person, they would notice a black Cadillac Escalade running red lights and stop signs. That's when they activated the emergency lights and attempted to stop it. However, the black Escalade didn't stop for officers, and they would call it in and say they were chasing a reckless drunk driver. And one of the deputies recalled the same type of vehicle being involved in a shooting in that neighborhood one day earlier. The Escalade would drive down Rosecrans Avenue and take a left onto Oleander Avenue. And while they were on Oleander, that's when deputies would say that the Escalade opened fire on them. The Escalade would then take a right onto Spruce Street. And while they were on Spruce Street, they would notice that the passenger in the front seat was hanging out the window holding an AK-47. Multiple rounds would then hit the deputy's vehicle, and the deputies would return fire. The Escalade would then turn right onto Aranby Avenue from Spruce Street, and the passenger would continue to fire at the deputies. The deputies in the Escalade would exchange fire all the way up Aranby Avenue. The Escalade traveled a few blocks north of Rosecrans Avenue, and when they approached Stockwell Street, that's when deputies would hear more gunfire going off. And during this pursuit, the Compton Sheriff's Department would receive a call saying that somebody was shot on the corner of Aranby Avenue and Spruce Street. And when they responded to the scene of Spruce Street and Aranby Avenue, they would find a 65-year-old man named Ricky Stark suffering from a gunshot wound to the abdomen, and he was pronounced dead. And this right here would be the route that the Escalade traveled. As you can see, the green X would be where they began following them. They would turn right onto Alameda, go down Elm, go up Acacia, and when they got to Rosecrans Ave, that's when they activated the lights. Then, like we said, they traveled down Rosecrans, took a left onto Oleander, took a right onto Spruce, and that's when the shooting would happen. And that red X would be where the body was found. They would then travel a few streets before going north onto Wilmington Avenue. And once they was on Wilmington Avenue and 130th Street, that's when the deputy's vehicle would seize. And once they got to 130th Street, another deputy vehicle would join the chase, but by that time, the Escalade gained a significant amount of distance and turned eastbound, disappearing from the view. But after just a short time, they would turn east onto 119th Street and approach Willowbrook Avenue. That's when they would spot the Escalade again. The Escalade then slowed down and turned west onto 119th Street, and that's when they would accelerate towards the black and white police vehicle. And as they seen that, both deputies would jump out their vehicle and open fire on the Escalade again. The Escalade would then swerve and drive down 119th Street at a high rate of speed and disappeared from their view. The Sheriff's Department would then spot the Escalade traveling westbound on 120th Street. They would then follow the Escalade all the way to Inglewood, where they would come to a stop on Queen Street. All three people would then jump out of the
Mr. Bosco. Mr. Bosco. This is what I'll say. Rest in peace, Pops. When he thought somebody was acting too tough in the front yard. Hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. My dad will call you Mr. Gang Member. That's what he would call you. When he knew you was extra out and he thought you was not like that. And I used to be looking at my dad and the hood didn't know, but it was like a thing like telepathic between my dad. I'd be like, why he call this nigga Mr. Gang Member? He was putting emphasis like, all right, Mr. Tough Guy. Like, you know what I mean? Like, check this out. Step outside the gate, close the gate. Thank you. Now look, my son is not your age. So hanging out, smoking and drinking, we don't do that here. We go to church over here. Now I understand you know my son and all that. Now, this is what I'll say. Do whatever you're gonna do, but cover your bottle up. And if the police come, go your way. Do not come in this gate. Deal type, you know what I mean? People don't do that no more. People don't holler at the Mr. Gang members like that. Like, look, bruh, this ain't no apartment. We live here. This our shit. Now, if you want to go across the street where the apartments is, do your thing. It's an apartment. But this is a house. If you inside the gate, that means you know us. If you didn't know us, step outside the gate. And then if my dad thought you was one of them, play around ass niggas, he would go and let the pit bulls out. First it was the black nose, then it went to the red nose, then we did the blue nose, and then we did Rottweilers, and that was it. The rest in peace, when the Rottweilers came, boy, you know how fast them niggas get off the gate. That shit used to be funny. Oh, my mama. Because the kitchen, with the kitchen table, it was a big old window. And then it's the door. And my dad got the marble floor walkway, right? And then it's like 2 steps and it's a living room. And them windows be open. So you pretty much see everything, but it's some corners because the house is brick. And it's still there, brick. I drove by there last time I went to LA, like 4 or 5 months ago? Maybe like 4 months ago. And I always drive by where my dad had a house, but he got another house in Laguna Niguel before he died. If you don't know where Laguna Niguel is, shut your ass up. So I drive by and I was like, yeah, it look good. But one thing I know for sure, my dad got them Rottweilers. Nobody stayed on that gate. I'm talking about they didn't try. They didn't fuck around and just open the gate on purpose. No, niggas went across the street just based on the dogs is on your ass until you cross that street. Anything. They can be laying down, almost sleep. And then a homie come up to the gate. And I used to hear stuff like this. Oh shit. You know the homies that you grew up with. And they know damn well the gate ain't open. The gate is closed. You've been over here 1,000,001 times. You know, if the gate is open, it is sweet. If that gate closed, and I done seen the Rottweilers just knocked out, and I'm sitting on the table, and like I said, eating some eggs and bacon just early in the morning. And then I would say, as a mama's boy, I wasn't a mama's boy, but I act like a mama's boy for this. She the only person that eat that make the Grand's biscuits, the butter. I for some reason I can't make biscuits, the Pillsbury, like the butter ones and the Grand ones with the flakes and all the extra flaky. That's when I'll act like my little brother, because for some reason I just be burning the bottoms. Like I just can't do it. I'll put the spray on, all that. I can't do it. So my mama cooked those, and she'll just have it out where you just warm it up, put the butter on. And I'll be looking at the homies. I'll be putting some bacon, some eggs on one of them biscuits. And we ain't eating egg muffins. Nigga, we make our own. Nigga, it's ham in there too. Just cook it up. And they be like, and then I'll see one of the Rottweilers. I've been watching them the whole time. They been asleep. Man, they see this nigga open the gate. Nigga be like, oh, blood. Hey, Neptune. Hey, Neptune, you in there? Now you see why my family knew my name, and then you don't think the homies was snitching? You know how much I thought the homies was snitching on me because they was saying my name? And you don't even know if my mom and dad know I gangbang, bitch. You snitching. Hit the like button. Hit the subscribe button. Ain't that snitching? Why is you yelling my gang name at my house with my mom and dad? That ain't my house. I live here. That's my mom and dad. You snitching. Even my mom said, hey, Neptune, can you make sure you go ahead and take out that trash? And I would do it slow, just like that, like straight out of movie. What'd you say? You heard me. Ain't that your name? I'm just saying with somebody, and then she'll tell me somebody was over here yelling it for like 5 minutes. You was in there asleep. What I was gonna do, wake you up? I'd be like, snitch ass niggas. I should have knew the homies was some bitch ass niggas. You see the signs and the red lights that you run through, just like these niggas did in the SUV to get caught, and they unalive somebody in the neighborhood before, running the red lights. I should have knew when the homies was yelling my name and didn't say, hello, excuse me, hello. No, they didn't know how to do that. Hey, Neptune Blood. Wearing red, probably smoking blunts, J's, you know what I mean? Flamed up, like, khaki suit days. The homies used to wear, jumpers, that's khaki suits with the red chucks, with a red rag around their head, or on the top with a big ass chain, looking like Jagged Edge and shit, fabulous, with a jacket on top. You'd be like, you got a Dickie suit with an Average jacket on? Blood, you burnt. It's gear though, but you burnt. Like, nigga, you from Chicago? Like he just mixing up some shit, like for real. But that's how the homies used to get down. That's how we met Mobile Fresh niggas. Mobile Fresh niggas, they was inside of Crenshaw Mafias. And then I heard Munchie, oh man, that nigga's a bitch. Munchie, you's a mark. Man, I mentioned Mobile Fresh one time in one of my videos that I got a gang of views. I probably had like 3-4K in like 2 days, right? That was good for me being a bogus nigga. So Munchie B heard me talk about how me and the Mobile Fresh dudes was going to Avis, Enterprise, and whatever over there by the LAX, and we was smashing out with Land Rovers, Land Cruisers, what else was it? Excursions. You remember how long ago excursion was? We took 2 or 3 of them bitches. We had excursion. They was taking diesel. Once you turn it on, it was a Hummer before a Hummer. You know they don't make excursions no more. But, you know, I'm just talking about when they first came out, what we was doing. Hooking up with the Mobile Fresh niggas. You know what they were doing? Taking out the, what's that Cadillac converter? We didn't even know what that was. They was doing it. That's why I said the Crenshaw Mafias, we was like, oh, that's the East Side Bloods. We didn't know about taking it over there. You know what we was doing in the Queen Street? Driving it till the wheels fall off, till the police catch us. You see what type of different bloods we was from Crenshaw Mafias? I would be driving. Smiley would be driving. Mighty Mouse would be driving. Queen Kong would be driving. Lil Stretch would be driving. Lil Solo would be driving. Lil Menace, Buns, G-Rock. That's my nigga, but blood was ugly when we grew up together. John Poe. But Bosco, oh, you made him look like a fly, nigga, on the dead homies. Homie G-Rock, aka Lil Menace, doing life right now for doing that to a Mexican, Iguatrese. He was the ugly nigga in the hood until Bosco came. Bosco blew him out. Bosco made that nigga look like a Marion. That little bitties, if you ever see this one day, you might be old, but it's still gonna be on YouTube. It's still gonna be uploaded some type of way. You know I'm telling the truth. You start buying chains. You start looking better. Hey, Bosco, tell the world how the ugly nigga from the hood used to roast you on Queen Street Bloods. John Poe, G-Rock, Little G-Rock, turn Lil Menace, doing 75 to life right now. Man, he used to roast you like you was the ugly boy. I used to laugh because he used jokes. And you was the new nigga. We was like 16, blood. You was 19. He would use jokes that all of us used on him, on you, and that's what made us laugh harder because you was uglier than blood. And you can't tell me nothing, Bosco, because nigga, we was in the summertime. Hey, you know how your mama, you still mamas, and some of us had dads and no mamas. Some of us had mamas, no daddies. I had both of them. I had mama and daddy. So, and they all used to do sleepovers. Bosco wasn't there. You too young to, oh, you got Killer Instinct on Super Nintendo? Oh, man, I'm going to tell my dad. I didn't say you could come over. Oh, you already told Menace he could come. God damn, you niggas snitches. See, that was a red flag. Before a red flag, I should have threw the red flag. You niggas telling on me. Oh, I'm going to T-Dog house. Bitch ass nigga, you snitching. And it was 2 choices of pizza on Queen Street Bloods. When my mama let everybody come over there, you know what the pizzas was? It wasn't no Papa John's, nigga. And it sure wasn't no Little Caesars for hot and ready. Domino's and Pizza Hut. That's it. If we was nice, you want me to tell the truth? If Dagan Weed, Big Munchie B, with the, the low cut and the ducktail with the waves. If he come over there, how you doing, Miss Floyd? I be like this. Even if I'm on the couch, I be like, oh, you finna work my mama. You's a bitch. On the dead homies. And my mama like, hey, how you doing? What you doing, Munchie? Oh, I was just seeing if T-Dog was here. Oh yeah, he right here on the couch. Thank you, Miss Floyd. You wanna stay over for the sleepover? Oh, you having a sleepover, Miss Floyd? Tell Munchie I'm saying I'm lying, nigga. You having a sleepover, Miss Floyd? Yeah. We gonna order some pizza. And I'll be looking at Munchie like this, like, nigga working my mama, nigga. She liable to get extra sodas and all type of ice cream and all type of shit. This nigga was spread the booty. Mwah. That's what he used to do. Munchie B, the big Munchie. Oh, he know how to spread it. Mwah. He's a professional. Big Munchie B, though, I ain't lying. That nigga used to be. And this, oh, you want to see how Munchie B pull up to your house? Munchie B never have a backpack on. I mean, he never not have a backpack on. That nigga had a backpack on every day, even if it was summertime. That nigga didn't even have no blicky in here, motherfucking backpack on a motherfucking bike, or he be walking. That's how much I know Big Munchie B. Crenshaw Mafia, first dime block. Munchie B used to come over to the house. He used to wear white chucks like they going out. White chucks, white chuck, white chuck, white chuck, white chuck, white chuck, white. Anybody know Big Munchie B? Tell me I'm lying. Big Munchie B is a white chuck wearing motherfucker. I ain't seen nobody in Inglewood wear white chucks more than that nigga. And you know what about one thing I know about a white chuck? If it get yellow, it's trash. Munchie never had yellow. If you get a stain on white chucks, it's gonna show. You better do a good job of cleanup. Never seen stains on them. I can't say that one time about Big Munchie. No, Big Munchie is from Crenshaw Mafia. You know Little Munchie. Munchie that used to be like, Mom, can I go? He banging on the door when me and Big Munchie leave on a bike. Yeah, that's that Munchie. On the internet, yeah, that's Big Blind Munchie. That's Little Munchie. Big Munchie went to school with moi, me. Blood is 41, like me, on a dead homies. Ain't no back and forth. This ain't no argument. This is a fact. Munchie B used to be in the same class as me. Hey, now I'm finna say your name. HK Ducey. When I got out the pen, I said the same thing as you. I said, how the fuck is Big Munchie from Crenshaw Mafia and you stole, robbed your big brother of that name and took it way to the Inglewood families? And then this is the stupidest stuff ever about it. Do you know the Mafias was clicked up with the Langs? It was Mafia Langs. Do you know Big Munchie? I drew the tattoos and did them of the Mafia fingers and the Lang fingers, just like when he see my Superman in my arm on the dead homies, nigga. This a fact. Munchie B got the Crenshaw Mafia fingers right here and the Langs, cause it's Mafia Denver, True Fluke, Mafia. Remember the Damu Riders? It was Mafia and Denver Lang. Big Braze was Mafia Lane. Big Braze, R.I.P. Not Baby Braze. Big Braze was Mafia in Denver. True Fluke. Mafia in Denver. True Fluke. I remember Dami Waters. That's how old me and Munchie B is. When that shit was going on, and they was banging it every day, we was like 14. When that song Damu Riders, we was like 14 years old. All the homies, yep, Crenshaw, it was Mafia Lanes. So dig this. How in the hell do the Lanes get into it with the IFs? Your brother is Mafia Lanes. How is your hood beefing with his hood? Hit that like button. Hit that subscribe button. That's why I said, they wonder why I get so many subscribers. They wonder why I get so many likes. Nigga, I'm from that. So look, here's another fact. Hit that like button. You know why the Crenshaw Mafias disassembled themselves with the Langs? Hit that like. Can I get 2 people hit the like button? The reason why the Mafias disassembled themselves with the Langs is when the Langs did that whoop whoop rolling. The Langs did the whoop whoop rolling that still stands today. You can no longer be Mafia Langs when you got Crenshaw Mafia that changed their name to Crab Murder Gang. They are the Hundreds on Crenshaw, 104th. How is they gonna respect anything on Crenshaw? That's the whole point of Crenshaw Mafia. Anything that went down Crenshaw, they was RIPing. 6, 40s, 30s, whoever who hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. Bosco can't tell you these stories. Bosco can't read the chat and tell you, nigga, it's like that. Don't tell me nothing. I know names of people that Bosco, when he got put on the hood, they already got RIP. He could just tell you what he heard. He heard. He heard. He heard it. He heard it. He heard. I was there. Shut your bitch ass up. That's what I said. DJ Vlad, you gonna have to pay me, brother. I can tell you about Mac 10 stories that Bosco don't know, because Bosco wasn't from the hood yet. I even heard, I don't know if somebody sent it to me or if it was one of my family members. Bosco got on a motherfucking podcast and said, nigga, he was in Inglewood from Queen Street, nigga, when he was like 12, 13 years old. Oh, nigga, man, when I heard that, oh, I was like, oh, I can't wait. Oh, I can't wait, boy. You's a lying bitch and a snitch, nigga. You told and got on the stand 12 years old, bitch. Your mama told us on TV, Skeet Street TV, something, nigga. Beep, 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 snitch. They don't get back for that gay. What could we possibly be talking about when your mother on the video said, yeah, my son was a witness to an unaliving, you like this in the background? I don't have those videos, bro. I don't have that paperwork, gang. And then you was 12 years old in the Hoovers. You was not in the Ingles Jingles, nigga. You wasn't in the Ingle Jungle. That's what I said. I'm your big homie. And I'm 4 years younger than you. How do you feel? I would not be from a hood with somebody 4 years younger than me, and he can actually say he my big homie. And I'll be like Crit Mac, and I'll make my own shit. If it's that serious, I'll go make my own shit. Bosco, you shouldn't have did it. And the cold part about it is, and what make it more funny on my end that y'all don't understand. See, y'all hear my side because I got the subscribers now to say it. But from my end, Bosco was filming himself, making documentaries, and making himself seem like this big old dude because of how old he is. So the young homies just look at him how old he is. But when I got out and they find out how old I am and how old he is, and I'm his big homie, it fucked up his whole program. Because why? He thought I was laid up with life like baby braids. You see how no communication to the hood, you don't know what's going on with me? And then when I get out, I'm able to say what I say and you can't do nothing with me because Bosco, these things are true. You weren't there. You wasn't there. You wasn't there when niggas got caught slipping in the hood by other bloods and snatched the homie up. We didn't even have Blick. That's how young we was. And the homie got snatched up. We was like old boy off of South Central. Hoover Deuce. Yeah, man. What's up, man? What that dude's like, man? We wrestling and stuff. That's how we grew up. Wrestling. With Munchie and other homies used to be at the house, we used to wrestle. And whoever act like the girl, you did not want to spend a night no more. Everybody took turns doing what they do to you in the worst way, having you screaming, crying, making you not get loud. We got to be YouTube friendly. We got to make you not be loud so my mama don't come there. Because if my mama come in there and turn that light on and see you crying and all of us laying down, acting like we ain't did nothing, you know she finna investigate like Inglewood PD. And that's when I say, if you know, you know. And the cold part about it is your mama do it with the lights on with him sitting in the middle of the floor telling on all you niggas. I done seen him do it. Sure. That's when I feel like I ran past the stop signs and the red lights. Man, when I seen them niggas telling, we should have stopped fucking with your ass a long time ago. Bitch ass nigga. You was telling them. My mama knew you could tell. Bitch ass nigga. That's how old I am in the hood, Bosco. That's what I said. That's why I be singing. Can't do nothing with me. That's why I sing it. Cause you can't. Bro, I used to have people, hey man, I ran away from home. Can I spend the night here? Look, look. I could sneak you in for about 2 days. After that, my nigga, you feel me? Now, this is the times when you take your shower. If you don't take your shower at this time, don't. You better not. You better not go out that door. You go out that door, I'ma act like you broke in. Hell yeah, I'm a snitch. How did he get? I don't know. He must have jumped through my window. I swear to God, nigga. That's how much snitching I'm doing. Told you what to do. If you get caught, that's how much from the hood I am. Yep. It didn't happen before. That's why I said what I said. But I ain't into snitching. But hell yeah. Nigga, if you got caught, you try to go out there 9:30, and then you come out the shower, my mom looking like, and what's your name? I might hop out the window and act like I wasn't there on the dead homies. Yep, I don't even want to have that conversation. You know what I'm gonna tell my mama? I had the window open. Woo. Well, you need to start closing your window. I'd rather her say that than me be involved with what I told your ass. And on dead homies, when I be your ass, getting down. Oh yes, we getting down. You better not come to the hood. We getting down. So kind of like county jail, but they used to do that. I had about 2 people in my life that did that. My sister, she had about like 2 or 3 got caught. Yeah, trying to spend a night for 1 2 days and trying to end up being a week. I remember somebody, damn, you could like smell of your sister room. You grew up, so when you smell another scent, it's like a dog. You know how dogs can tell the scent. Like, who the fuck is up in here? This ain't how my daddy smell. My sister. That's how I used to walk in the room. Like, what kind of shampoo, perfume? This bitch in the closet. Look, she so used to hide the bitch in the closet. I used to tell him like, look, I don't know where my sister is, and I don't know what you got going on. My sister know you here? Yeah. You sure? You know I got the 2-way pager. Yeah, she know I'm here. So what you doing? Ditching school? Yeah. For what? Oh, I ran away from home. Oh shit. You know if you get caught, the police gonna come here, right? Yeah, I was just about to leave. Is you just about to leave, or you want to leave now safely? You gonna help me get out? Yup. Close my sister's window. Wait right here. Go see what mom doing. Hey mom, you want me to make some grilled cheese sandwiches? Yeah. Make me 2. Make your sister one. Gaga. Type shit. Yeah, that's how young they was. If my little brother's like 7 years younger than me, that nigga was gaga like a motherfucker at 14. That nigga was 7. Gaga. So I'll go act like I'm cooking, and then I'll let the bitch out or let my homie out. It was always some food that let me get the homies out. Always. Or say something like, you want me to take out the trash? Yeah. Make sure she know it's me. I ain't never got caught. Like, as long as I made it seem like something, because I didn't want her to just like, what's that sound? What's going on out there? Like, you had to think outside the box. Your parents, my mama was the police. Like, hey, she gonna snitch. If she know you ran away from home and you in the house, she'll convince you to stay there. She'll start talking about Jesus, and she'll call the police on your mark ass. She gonna tell you about Jesus. I was like, oh yeah, yeah, mama, they got you. And mind you, my mama Indian. They got you, mama. Dead homies. She goes by the Indian ways, the white way, not the Wong way. She don't want to go the Wong way. She gonna go the white way. She would tell on your ass. But that's why I said my dad, he would get on my mama like, what did you call the police for? Oh, it was some people over here. They were doing it. Why did you have the police come to my house? That's what my dad used to be like. Why you had them come to my house? You better off calling me than the police. It took my mom about like maybe 4 times before she just stopped calling, and she'll be right on that banana phone with the stretch cord, talking, coming out, and then she got the long cord. She'll come all the way from, it's a kitchen one. She'll come all the way from the kitchen, all the way to the front porch, be looking around, especially when my dad think I'm bullshitting on cutting the hedges and all the front yard stuff. She'll come, look at it, and where else he said, be talking about it in front of me. I was like, God damn, my mama the feds. Like for real. I don't know if that was tough love or making sure you do a good job, or I don't know, but I know for sure about if I do something, I'm gonna make sure it's nice, clean. I'll do my research on it, because if I say I'm doing it, don't worry about it. I got it. Don't worry. If I say I got it, don't worry about it. I did some research. A lot of people don't believe in my research and what I be doing and how much I be thinking and stuff. I be waking up late at night like, okay, I'm gonna do this for that. Then I'm gonna do that for that. And then I lose like 2 hours of sleep thinking about how I'm planning some stuff, and then I finally gotta watch a movie or something, and then fall asleep. It's like it's too much. When you got a good brain, yo, man, you got a Tesla. That's why I said they can't do nothing with me. They can't. Anything I think of or anything I plan to do, as long as I think about it, give me a little minute. And a little minute for me is like a week. You give me a smooth minute, believe me, I can find a way out of situation. A week. Just keep thinking. You'll find a way to be like build an empire. If you just think. Think about where you at, what you doing, your surroundings, and just think. Just think. And you be like, man, well, I heard this, I seen this, and if I could do this, this produces this, and then I could cancel this out by not going to the store for this. And once you save money without having to go spend money, you'll be rich. But back to Inglewood stories, you know? Yeah, I got one of my moderators talking about he want to do a coloring book and he want to do a cartoon version of me. I don't know how we gonna do it, but I'd rather do it on the streets. 'Cause, you know, Tookie Williams and them, they do that stuff when they on death row. You see how I'm different? You see how I'm Neptune Lagoon? They want to do children's books and coloring books when they on death row and trying to repent of their sins of being a crip. Well, you can't say I ain't a real nigga if I want to do that shit on the streets. Hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. Ain't that a real nigga? If I want to do that stuff on the streets and don't wait till I get locked up, what we talking about? Two different niggas. Most of the time, these people doing that for the pressure of trying to get out of jail. Okay, I'm out, so I'm trying to do that. What you gonna tell me? I'm a fake nigga. I'm a fraud. I'm trying to do it on the streets. My life ain't on the line, but I'm gonna do the cartoon. If you see my new post, y'all see me. I got the effects of me running with that awful lot of cough syrup black hoodie with the bag of money running up out of no jumper. Oh yes, everybody out of no jumper. That's commentary. Everybody that think they something on the West Coast came out of no jumper, but me. Another reason why I agree with King AK-47. Everybody that's talking mess, everybody that think they something on the West Coast is under and the exploitation of Adam 22. You wouldn't have your subscribers Munchie and Hefe, Spody Face, 4 Extra, you done died off. Ever since you ain't been on No Jumper no more, your clout has. After everybody seen your hand in real life, they don't even care about you doing the push up. Let's get back to this, man. I'm gonna end this. I already been on here too long. Facts.
Escalade and run towards the apartment complex, and the shooter would still be holding AK-47 running with it. And right as they jumped out, a sheriff department vehicle would be pulling in, and that's when they would spot somebody named James Harris, and they would arrest him a short distance away from the Escalade. And they would find the key fob to the Escalade in his possession. And he was the only one arrested that night. The other two suspects got away. However, the other two would be arrested just a few hours later. And one of the sheriff deputies got grazed in his left shoulder. And just a few hours later, at around 3 o'clock in the morning, police would receive a call saying that somebody believes they found an AK-47 laying in the street. And when police arrived, they would recover the firearm, which was a Drakeo 7.62. And detectives would learn that this vehicle was actually registered to the rapper YG. And they would also learn that this vehicle was converted into a bulletproof armored vehicle. They would say that the Cadillac had 1.5-inch thick bulletproof windows, steel plates, and Kevlar sheets inserted to the door panels. And they would also say that the battery and fuse box was encased in thick metal. And they would also find a hidden compartment inside of the Escalade, aka a stash spot. And inside of it, they would find a Glock 19 and a 7 revolver, and both were loaded. But like we said, eventually everybody would be arrested. But the first person that was arrested was somebody named James Harris, and he was the driver. And the other two that were arrested was somebody named Hayden Taylor, who would be the accused shooter, and Devin Littlejohn, who would just be a passenger in the vehicle. And all three were members of Treetop Pyru, and they would all be arrested and charged for 1 count of murder, 5 counts of attempted murder, 4 counts of assault with a machine gun on a peace officer, 1 count of assault with a machine gun on a person, 1 count of shooting from a motor vehicle at a person, 1 count of evading police, 1 count of possession of a firearm by a felon, and the last count would be possession of an assault weapon. But just 2
They
weeks
stacked
after
up.
the 3 members of Treetop Pyru were arrested in YG's vehicle, they would raid YG's house. And as you can see
That was
in
in the
the
hill.
article, they would say that they served a search warrant at the home of YG in connection to the shootout that took place earlier.
And what happened with that dude too? When they searched YG house that he never even spoke on, it was a Mexican dude that was in there doing tattoos, and that's the dude that did a lot of tattoos. I think it was Cartoon that did the tattoos. Not maybe not Cartoon, but somebody like him that was real famous for tattoos, and he he was hiding out in YG 400 house. And when they ran up in the YG house, they said they was throwing off bundles of drugs down the hill because he was the last house at the top. So they said people was throwing bundles. I don't know if y'all remember on the news. Hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. They said they was throwing bundles over the thing to where they was tumbling down in black bags, and the helicopter was seeing it. And when they went up in there, they arrested a Mexican dude that had like 2, 3 bodies that he was running from, but he was staying up in YG house, and he was only over there, tattoos on his homies and stuff like that. And yeah, it's a whole story to that. Like I could really tear this respectable rants up, but like I said, if I do it like that, I need a team. Real talk. I need a team because I could really mess it up just by like saying what I say right now, because respectable rants, yeah, he got a lot truth to the story, but it's even more to that because when they raided his spot, that's when they found that dude that had like 3 bodies. It was a Mexican dude, and he was tatting up everybody from Treetop. And then it was other people in there, females. Like I could even do Chris Brown. Chris Brown house got raided too. And remember when he had a standoff and a gang of his homies was in there, and then they said they found a gang of pills and stuff in his house. I remember all that. I could really tear up YouTube if I want to. But like I said, I do so much editing and all that by myself. It's kind of hard work. I could put it down if I want to, but with the help, I could be dangerous. Hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, man. Hit 2 people, hit that like button.
Month in Compton.
It's never been easier to start a podcast.
What?
First, go to riverside.fm.
I never had this before.
However, at the time of the raid,
I never
YG wasn't home.
I never
Detectives would find home and arrest a 29-year-old man named Taekwon Williams. But the 3 members of Treetop accused of the gang would have to sit in the county jail fighting this case. But just a few years later, first person would take a plea deal.
That's what they do.
That person would be Devin Littlejohn,
never had
and he would
that.
take a plea deal on July 14th of 2022. And he pled no contest to 1 count of assault with a machine gun on an officer, and he had every single other count dismissed due to the plea negotiation. And they gave him 12 years in state prison. And I don't know how, but less than 2 years after taking this plea deal, he was released. And 2 years after Devin Littlejohn took his plea deal, James Harris would take his plea deal on August 22nd of 2024. And he would plead no contest to 1 count of murder and 2 counts of attempted murder, and he would have every single other count dismissed. And for count 1, which is murder, they would give him 25 years to life where he's parole eligible. In count 2 and 3, which was the attempted murder, they would give him 15 years to life for each count where he's able to run concurrent. And as for him, he would take it to trial, and his trial began in March of 2025, which would be just a few years after everybody took their plea deal. And he would be convicted by a jury and
That's a
found
lot
guilty
of
on
hoes
every
in
single
that
count
police.
except evading police. March
You get
11th
life
of
for
2025,
show just for blazing up these car like that.
which would be the murder, they would give him life without parole, and that would have an enhancement on it. And as you can see, it would be 25 years to life to run consecutive. On count 2, they would give him 15 years to life to run consecutive to count 1. In count 2 would also have an enhancement on it, and they would give him 25 years to life to run consecutive also. Count 3, they would give him 15 years to life to run consecutive again, and that would also have an enhancement of 25 years to life to run consecutive. In count 4, they would give 15 years to life to run consecutive, and that would also have an enhancement of 25 years to consecutive. And same thing for count 5, 15 years to life to run consecutive with the enhancement of 25 years to life to run consecutive. And as for the assault with a machine gun on a person, they would give him 8 years to run consecutive. And that of 4 years to run consecutive. In the rest of the counts, he would be able to run them concurrent for a total sentence of 197 years to life on top of a life without parole sentence. But that right there's gonna wrap it up for the story of the 3 members from Treetop Pyru that used YG's bulletproof vehicle to shoot at police. And I appreciate you guys for tuning in. But comment, like, and subscribe.
On me, I could do a whole twist to that too, with all what I told y'all right now. But I'm finna end this live right now. I've been here longer than long enough. And I already know, like, every time I do my lives, it be longer than a lot of people from the West Coast. And I know they be like, dang, you be on there a minute. Yeah, I'll be doing a lot. But thank y'all for tuning in. Make sure y'all like, comment, subscribe, man. Got some more things to do. And I got some more things upcoming. I always keep hitting y'all with something every day. Like I said, it's gonna be whatever it is on the internet, whatever it is on the internet, like I can't be telling if they uploaded it. All I could do is give my opinion, and I can't really say sorry because you the goofy that uploaded it. But say less moments. I'm out.